Academics, this fat ass spends all of his money on DoorDash. He probably can't fit in his car, so he has to buy food from DoorDash. Bro's spiraling, so he has to cope from buying food from DoorDash. Why the fuck are you buying so much Walgreens from DoorDash? You failing to change the narrative, bitch, you ain't clever.
What is going on with y'all, man? Y'all know what this is, man. This is the Totally Unbiased podcast, where we are unscripted, uncut, every fucking thing. But most importantly, we are unbiased. Now, man, look, I got my ears to the streets. Y'all know I'm for the people because of the people. And I could not do this type of podcast, these type of guest podcasts, without my two favorite subscribers and my two favorite friends. I want to introduce y'all to Trey and Robin, aka, you know what I'm saying, 2025 double XL Royal Flush.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out Royal Flush. Shout out Royal Flush. Shout out Flex Gang.
Wong Guan, motherfucker.
Wagwan, hey. But shit, shout out
Wong Guan Delilah.
type shit. But tell TKG where y'all from, man.
Oh, you already know me. I rep the H. I rep Houston, Texas. You already know what it is.
You know, I'm from Maryland, DMV, DC shit. You know how I'm saying?
Oh my god.
Why y'all have niggas like Lil Tony and shit?
Man.
Oh shit, here we
I'm
go.
saying.
But shit. So how I'm basically gonna kick off every podcast episode. I'm basically gonna ask every guest, how did y'all become introduced to me or my channel? Like, how do y'all know me? Whoever wants to answer first.
So, Robin, you want to answer first?
Yeah, sure. So like what started out, because like before I go into like why specifically, like I remember back in the day where I wasn't subscribed to Amiri around this time, but I remember watching some of his videos like every now and then. And then I decided it was late 2020 specifically, and I decided to, like see what some of his videos and what he's been up to, and I saw that he does some like podcasts or some type shit, and I was interested in. And I used to watch the YouTuber named Isaiah the Player, and
Shout out Isaiah. Shout out Amir.
and yeah,
Shout out.
and then shout out to both of them. And also I found out that it was like he was talking about Isaiah the Player, and I decided to watch it because I was curious. And then it was him and this guy named All the Culture, and I was like, as I was watching the video, I was like, it was that first video that I found out about Culture. And then I decided to watch a bit more videos with both of them, and then I was like, you know what, let me check his channel out and shit, because I was curious, because it was fun, like watching those videos was like funny as shit. And then at that point, it pretty much was history from there. Like I was like quickly pretty welcome into like the community and type shit, and I remember like not too long after I first started watching him, I did an Instagram live where like I was just in a car, and then he just randomly just showed up on the live, and I was like, oh, okay, and shit. And then we kind of started knowing each other more from there, and know a bunch of people from the community, and ended up making like big friends with a lot of them, and yeah, ever since then it kind of went all from there.
And you've been a valued friend and subscriber ever since, brother.
And
now Trey, how do you know your boy? How do you know
sir.
All the Culture? What's going on?
All right. So I remember back in quarantine 2020, the worst year in subjective opinion. So the first time I saw Culture, also what I took from Robin, was from Amir's second channel. This is a podcast, and where they were just basically talking about anything and everything while chilling in the mall. And then, like Robin said about the Isaiah the Player shit, and that is one of the most hilarious things I've ever heard in this decade. I can't even lie. That is too funny. But that's not one of the main reasons why I started watching culture in the first place. I remember he dropped this video. It was called Top 5 Worst YouTubers. I'll never forget it because it dropped on a day before my birthday. So it dropped on the day before my birthday, July 25th, 2020. And I was just cracking up the entire like 25 minutes watching that video. It was just the amount of lines, the amount of stuff that he said had made me laugh, and and it was very entertaining to watch. So I started looking back and watching his other videos, like old videos back in like 2018 and 19. I was just like, he's really spitting. And then I started subscribing to him ever since, and I started sending him like moments from his videos that I thought were funny. He responded, and I started popping up in the IG lives, the best time, and it all started ever since.
Hell yeah. And that's how I met my two favorite damn subscribers. Now, I'm probably not going to break off too much into, because I interviewed somebody before these guys, and that video should probably be up before this one. But man, let me tell y'all out there, you meet a lot of good people, and you seldomly meet great people. And I'm gonna tell y'all, these are two good brothers, man. These guys here, let me tell you, emotional roller coaster, because there have been times where I felt like I had to step it up as a YouTuber, as a content creator. These guys, they do not lie to me. If I was lacking, they would tell me. If I was doing good, they'd tell me. They'd always tell me if I was doing good, but they would always tell me if I was lacking. These are real guys. These are real ass dudes, and they're real friends. A lot of my subscribers, sometimes they rather just be subscribers. That's cool. But these two here, the rapper and the sort of rapper,
Don't worry, my mixtape's still coming soon. We don't know
Yeah,
when,
you need
but
to
it's
drop
coming
that
soon.
shit.
these two guys are real friends, okay? I've known them for years now. I think it's been what? Yeah, since 2020 for you, Trey.
I
And
met this guy. I met this guy when I was 17. I am 21. Do you know how crazy that sounds?
yeah,
Like,
I knew this
it's
kid
just
when
crazy.
he wasn't even out of high school yet.
I
He was
was
still in high school. You know what I'm saying?
I
Let
was
me know about
19.
his love life and shit. I was there for him.
Ugh,
And
that's an essay in itself. Oh my God.
I was 19 and I'm 23 now.
yeah, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I've grown up with a lot of my subscribers. I've grown up with a lot of my friends. I'm a loyal ass dude, and if you're a good person, if you're good, you know what I'm saying? These two guys are good friends, all right? So you know what we gonna get
Mhm.
into, what we talking about. It's gonna be some funny shit. It's gonna be some live shit. But what I want to ask y'all first, okay? Because y'all are both real keen on my all the culture work. As you know, this is gonna get uploaded on the I Am Lee channel. So, um, but I want to ask y'all both, how are y'all feeling about the current state of rap at the moment?
Robin, you want to take first?
Yeah, sure. Um, I think in terms of what I think of hip hop today, I feel like there's a lot of good of it, and there's also some bad of it. I could start off with the bad first. One, I mean, it's not real. I think drill has become super oversaturated to the point where it almost kind of felt like the disco of hip hop, and the whole. I mean, I'm not, that's what
The
it kind of felt
disco
like.
and hip hop.
That's
It
good
kind of
knowledge,
felt
dude.
like
That's
it.
good.
I remember like I used to hear that shit all the time, and it just started feeling like I don't want to be like one of those guys that's like, oh, it just sounds like the same shit because that makes me sound old. But like a lot of drill at some point just sounded so samey. It's just like I'm hearing the same lyrics, the same shit, just everything. I feel like that became oversaturated, and I feel like, especially like 2023 specifically. Besides, I mean, this year I think has been a great year for hip hop, but like before this year, like it felt like I don't know if dying. It wasn't dying but I think it was starting to slow down a bit. I feel like there wasn't as much of a need for it, especially when like country lately has been like booming and like pop music is like starting to have like a big revival now, and I felt like it was almost kind of losing a little bit of a step. It kind of lost steam for a bit, and I feel like people started to get tired of like older artists and shit. And as for like the good, it's the most like has the most variety it's been in ever, really. Like if there's the one thing I appreciate about hip hop now a lot more than like people talk about the 90s and stuff, there's so many subgenres. Like there's cloud rap, jazz rap, like I mentioned, drill, abstract, experimental. There's just like so many lanes that people can go through, and it seemed like this year specifically, it felt like people really pay attention to hip hop. There were so many things. The most important thing this year, arguably, was the music, and I feel like that's kind of the most important part about it. It's it's no longer like back in the day where like there would be big rappers, but they're just kind of famous. Like now it's like some of the most famous musicians in the whole world are rappers and shit. Like Kendrick Lamar is like a fucking rapper, and he's gonna headline the whole Super Bowl. And I feel like it's kind of a thing where anybody can do it. Now, arguably another bad thing is that like because anybody can do it, some of it's fucking shit. But at the same time, it's
Shout
like
out Ice Spice.
shout out Ice Spice.
Nah,
She has a
shout out
couple
that
good.
Paris Hilton. Shout out Paris Hilton. I think she dropped a song earlier this year.
She
How
was
the fuck do
rapping.
you know? Man, I ain't even listening to no damn Paris Hilton.
She
Hey,
Paris Hilton was rapping.
apparently, I think so. She
I didn't
dropped a
even
song
fucking.
earlier this year.
I didn't even fucking know that.
Hey,
But
look,
no, yeah, there's a lot of good things about it, and there's some bad things about it. But I think whether you have your preferences or like what you prefer, or your opinion on like female rap or drill or a bunch of other shit, I feel like it's kind of bigged itself up this year, and as a whole, it's kind of arguably the most celebrated it's been in a while.
I argue that, but I'd also I want to go back to something else that you said when you said that there's variety. Now, when you say that there's variety, right? I personally believe that's true on the underground aspect of rap, of hip hop. But on the mainstream sense, we're getting the same shit. And it's a shame that we are because and I said shout out to Ice Spice for this reason and this reason only when you brought up the drill. She's the first person that popped up in my head. She's teasing the song she's about to drop, and it had that same little beat that it's had, on all the other songs. Where it's that, you know, she keeps that same little. Huh, I can fuck your man. I don't have a plan. Wave your hands. I got 10 bands. It's like it's
Ah,
fucking. It's the same shit, and people are gonna eat the shit up. They're gonna eat it up, just like
mhm.
this. They always do. This is why the reason I bring that up is I don't think rappers need variety right now, and it's why the genre to me is not it's not in a bad state, but it's going to be because there's nothing new. What you get on the radio is what you've heard before. Now you'll get different people, but ultimately they're talking about the same shit. Running up on ops. I could take your bitch. You niggas can't fuck with me. All this same shit. Okay, it's ridiculous. But
Mm.
before I veer off into anything else, Trey, you want to add to that?
Of course. So, add to on what Robin was saying. I do think this year was getting better. Honestly, if I have to keep it real, I feel like in terms of like this decade so far, I honestly would kind of say 2021 is the slowest one for me, and I'm gonna explain why. I feel like that first half of 2021, literally, literally almost no one was really dropping, and I say this simply because one project was my favorite project of the year on that first half of the year,
I
and
know
it
I
was
know what
Drake,
project it's gonna be. I know what it is.
and
You can
it's
say.
Drake's Scary Hours 2. That project is 3 songs, and it was my favorite project of the year. Now, now it might be a problem simply because I didn't dwell that much into rap at the time. I didn't like diverse my taste enough, so I didn't get around to the slow taste, or I didn't listen to enough Dave. We're all alone in this together, which is one of the best albums of this decade. If y'all have not heard it, please listen to it.
Which one?
We're all alone in this together by Dave, the one he dropped in 2021.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that album.
That was a good album. You had your Dondas, you had your Certified Lover Boys. You had your mainstream albums too. But like as far as like the other albums that everyone was bigging up, it's just like I didn't come around to them around that time. So I don't know. It might not sound like a great opinion, but I think that it was the slowest year for me. As far as 2022, that's like arguably the best year this decade. Everyone was dropping in 2022. If you dare to say that music was dead around that time, then that's crazy because everybody and their mother was dropping. 2023, I will understand why people said it was the slowest year because that was around the time when country started like popping out. Every rapper wanted a Morgan Wallen feature or a Jelly Roll feature. Like it was insane. Country was off the ground. It had its stardom back last year, and it was a little bit slow. But 2024, I would say like it's getting better. Like what Robin said, like I do agree with the it's more subgenres and it's more taste, but I would agree with culture at the same time that on the mainstream side, we're getting the same thing all the time. Like Lil Baby is finna get ready to drop his album like next week, and hearing the snippets, it's the same thing all the time. Same beats, same lyrics, same top. Everything about him is the same. This man has been rapping the same thing since he came out in 2016, and nothing has changed since. Like, and then people are still gonna eat it up simply because it's Lil Baby. Simple as
Well,
that. And like,
not to cut you off. I'm gonna let you pick back up on that point, but
mhm,
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you exactly why they are eating that up
please.
because it hasn't failed yet. Now, go back to 2020 when Lil Baby finally picked up. He got his second win because he did blow
Hmm.
up during that time. You said 2016, um, but he fell off for a little second and he picked back up.
It is.
Around him and Lil Durk kind of picked up steam at the same time. They got their second
Hmm.
win, so to speak. Now, when you say that he's about to drop an album and it sounds the same, I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because not enough people are complaining. Yeah, people are complaining, but it's on a meme level where it's like, oh, here we go. Like when Polo G drops music, then they call him Piano G or Polo Guitar or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
So
when when I tell you that R- Polo G dropped an album this year, and no one cared.
I
No
literally didn't even
one
know he dropped. I'm gonna be
cared,
so real.
bro. No one knew he dropped, bro. I listened to one song, and it was so generic that I did not finish that album. Like seriously, like no one cared that Polo
I
dropped the album.
remember. So sorry, to interrupt. I remember like when he dropped the Hall of Fame and shit. I mean, it was one of those albums I was like judging it before I heard it, and then kind of a couple people kind of called me out for it. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll to it. And my prediction was right. It was really fucking boring.
Like, and Polo G is one of those instances where he was making the same thing and everybody was complaining. Even the only people who wasn't complaining is his biggest fans, simply because, of course, they're fans. But everybody else around him, and I'm talking about people who said that Polo G had the potential to be one of the biggest rappers of this generation. Like, he dropped Die Legend, he dropped The GOAT, which is two really great projects in my opinion. I was not a Polo G hater. I still listen to The GOAT to this very day. I still think it's a good album. The only problem that Polo G had is the fact that he ignored the criticism that he had. Well, he didn't necessarily ignore them because he saw them, but then he decided to piss people off by doing it even more. So he didn't really ignore per se, but y'all get the point. But
Yeah.
he didn't like take the he didn't really take the criticism right, and still decided to release the same thing he's always been doing. But it's the fact that the man took too long. He really thought that he was that big of an artist that I can just really go like 2-3 years without dropping anything and people will still go. When I tell you, today, in today's generation, our attention spans are so low that people will quickly move on to the next thing. They will find another new Polo G. At some point, people will find a new Lil Baby. At some point, people will find a new rapper that's based off another big rapper we had in this generation. It happened many times before, and it will keep on happening because people are quickly moving on to the very next thing. And it's sad. It's sad because, oh, you was going to say something?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it, and I'd
Well,
even argue the
no,
opposite.
you can say it.
The opposite, like dropping too much will give you the same result. People will move on if you'll either be Corday to people, where you take a long ass break, come back, and people care less, or you're Trippy Red. You drop too much, and people want you to stop fucking dropping. It's one or the other.
Left wrist up, right wrist up.
Man, I feel like when Trippie Redd got older, he just got progressively worse. It's just it's crazy.
Can I respond to like what Culture was saying earlier about like mainstream and all that?
Of course.
The thing is, like, I do agree some mainstream artists are like, I don't fuck, I'm gonna be so real. I have not listened to a Lil Baby album in full. Why? Because I feel like I already know what I'm getting myself into, like, of all the songs I have heard from him. But I just feel like me listening to his discography, I'm really not gonna get much anything else.
I'm
so sorry to cut you off, but
go ahead. I cut you off first time. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, it's okay. But I was literally gonna say, Robin, does Voice of the Heroes count?
I haven't heard that album.
No, I'm talking about for me. I think that's like literally, besides My Turn, which I think is overrated. The only Lil Baby project like I literally played in full was really Voice of the Heroes. That was 3 years ago. Like,
but going into my point, it's like, that is true. There are mainstream artists that do the same shit over and over again. And while that can work and they eat this shit up, I feel like one thing, I feel like the more they do the same shit, the more people will get tired of it. Because it's one of those things, I feel like you can only do that shit for so long until people will just completely start ignoring you and you just completely fall off. And
exactly.
I feel like we're kind of getting to a point where, like, what is mainstream and we kind of blurred the line of what is mainstream and what is underground, because there would be underground projects that are not like mainstream, but they have longevity because of what the album did. Like, that album could have extreme influence. We kind of essentially, like Doechii. Now, I haven't heard that album in full, but I heard a couple songs from it, and it's a lot. It is unique. You're not gonna have a lot of rappers that sound like that, and we've kind of blurred the line. And like those albums, artists like that, and albums like that, those albums will live on. Meanwhile, some of these people like Lil Baby, like he's gonna drop an album, or Ice Spice could potentially drop an album next year, potentially, just like as an example. And while they're mainstream at the time right now, we can look at like another 10 to 20 years and nobody are going to remember those albums. And then people will remember like the Doechii album. And so like, it's one of those things where I do agree that because like, if you go back to like albums of like the 70s, 80s, 90s, there are probably albums that were mainstream at the time, but like if you talk to younger people about it now, they don't like they've never heard of it before because
Exactly, like
people don't bring them up.
exactly,
It's
like
So
bro.
what you're
what we're really
saying,
gonna remember is like, huh?
what you're saying basically is artists are, or rappers, so to say, right now are making projects that are not for the future. There's just something to make them some money now, but nothing that's going to
Hmm.
stand
I
out.
mean, some of them definitely do it for the money, and to an extent, I get it. You know, you gotta give your money. I ain't gonna shit on people for making money, but at the same time, if I was to give any advice to any mainstream artist, try. You know what I mean? Just just try at some point. If you kind of run out of ideas, kind of take a break and then come back and like try, because some people be dropping way too fucking much, man. It's like these 20 plus song albums are so tiring. They don't last. Those albums don't last past like a year.
Yep.
Nobody's gonna care about them. Like, I
Like,
mean,
bro, like I agree
honestly,
with.
I
Sorry,
prefer album. I low key prefer most of my albums to be shorter.
I agree. I agree with Robin. Like I remember when Lil Durk dropped Almost Healed last year, and I think that was like 20, 26 songs. If you count the deluxe, probably more. It's
I ain't
like
listening to that shit.
I don't be getting that. Like how what person, what rapper in their right mind drops like 25 plus 30 plus song albums? Like I honestly that's too far. Like
Well, y'all gotta remember
20
this too.
songs max,
Y'all gotta remember this too.
20.
The reason why they're dropping those many songs is because a lot of these artists get played in the club. So out of 26 songs, you could have maybe 10, 5 at the least, probably 10 songs they can pull from that to play in clubs. They don't always play
But
the most popular songs in the clubs. They're playing those songs you can, the girls can twerk to and the guys can sit back and watch girls twerk to. That type of stuff.
while that is
But
true, you go first.
yeah, I was just gonna say, but also it's because of the streaming era we in right now. Chris Brown is still releasing albums over 30, 40 songs. And why? Because of the streaming numbers. And I feel like, and I don't like saying this specifically because like I love my streaming, I love my Apple Music, as we know. But I the streaming era really like put her that was like the downhill. That was downhill because let me tell y'all something. 2018, the first time I used Spotify was back in 2018. Drake, I remember there was around the time Drake's album Scorpion. That was like the biggest thing around still. That dropped like a couple months ago. That was the biggest thing around still. It was back in August of 2018. Do you know how many monthly listeners that Drake had in 2018? And while Scorpion was out, 36, 37 million. When I tell you that the algorithm of streaming grew way more since 2018, it is absurd. Drake went from being the most streamed male rapper on Spotify in 2018 with 37 million monthly listeners to now in 2024 being around 80 million monthly listeners as we speak.
And he's still
And
not
it's
even
just
first for all artists having that many.
No, yeah.
exactly. It's crazy. It's just very crazy that the biggest artist, the number one most listened to artist at that time in 2018 was just below 40 million. Like that's just crazy to me. Like I just think that that's insane. Honestly, that's just me.
But were you saying something?
Who said something?
Were you gonna continue or something?
Oh, but yeah. Sorry. The point is that the streaming era is a positive, but it is a negative at the same time. Because if you always want to listen to your favorite genres of music or favorite songs, favorite albums, you can always go to a streaming app. Boom, one click, no problem, or a couple clicks if you want to take it technical. But it's also a negative simply because now that the streaming game is here, almost every artist has to play the streaming numbers. And why? Because of their label. Their label pushed them. Okay, this ain't good for streaming. Go make another. Go make this, or scrap that. go do this. Like, I feel like if you drop this, this will bring us more revenue because it will be the most streamed. It's just like the streaming numbers have everyone like so scared, because the minute that something flops on streaming, people are gonna start calling you, saying you fell off, or you're not as good as as you used to be. You know, it's just the streaming era is something I'm very 50-50 on, and it's probably because of my age, because I grew up around streaming. But now me being older, I think back, and it's just like, dang, we was really praising these streaming apps, and now it's just like everyone is dropping these long albums just to get the best numbers, just to get the biggest streaming numbers possible of the year.
Mm. I got two things to respond. First one being like the streaming. Wow, like I started my Apple Music in like 2016, and it's one of those things. Like, yeah, I will admit some people be dropping long albums now to try to boost up the algorithm, but the reason why I don't get as pissed off about it, because that's usually just on them. Because while the streaming, it can have its faults, it can have its problems, just on a basis level, I think streaming is great because it shows it's so many more people can listen to albums that they've never heard. Because back in the day, like for you to listen to an album, you would have to go out of your way to get a
And
CD or a
dig deep.
vinyl.
Yep.
I feel like, yes, while it can be a quantity over quality for certain aspects, I think just as a basis, I think is a great thing for music. But I get the fact the problems with it. But when Culture was talking about the whole, like, people just want to get songs to be played in a club, well, to a certain extent, I don't think there's a problem with that, especially, if they're bangers, if they're just good songs. I feel like the problem with that is, one, I feel like you're essentially only appealing to one demographic of people rather than just
Mm-hmm.
like everything in general, and
Mm-hmm.
you start to make things a little bit unrelatable. You're kind of um dishing out the same type of club material that, like, you really don't
Mm-hmm.
need like multiple albums of club music, in my opinion.
Exactly.
it,
Exactly.
it's it's one
So,
of those things that's just kind of their problem of, like, I have to keep making club songs or else they won't be played in a club. Where, like, some club songs, they're like over a decade old and they're still getting played in clubs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you need
yeah.
to make like a shit ton of club songs. And also, let's be honest, club culture is kind of dying anyway. It's not what it used to be anyway. So it's like, I just
Uh,
feel it's
yeah.
certain aspects, but I think in terms of like people, random, like, normal citizens going out of their way to go to clubs, because nowadays it kind of just feels like it's just a bunch of celebrities that just go there, and it doesn't feel like as natural anymore. It just kind of just
I
feels like
agree.
a place for, it's not really like a place that a lot of normal citizens do as much nowadays. But I feel like it's I don't think there's really a point in making a shit ton of club songs.
Exactly. Like, and to add on what you said, like, yeah, like, not, and I do agree that not everyone does have to make a club song, have to try to make a club hit all the time. Like, bro, the most random rappers be having club hits. First off, Joe Budden has Pump It Up. He has Pump It Up, and that is a classic. That is a classic that people still jam in the club, unfortunately, to this day. Bro, at my skate ring, bro, every time, every Saturday, when I work at my skate rink, my DJ always plays Pump It Up. And everyone in my rink gets turned.
So
And
I'm
that one club song has so much more impact than possibly almost any other club song that any generic rapper can come out with today.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
What?
you really, like, only need a couple club songs, in my opinion. Like, for example, before GNX, Kendrick didn't have a lot of songs that people could just casually replay over and over again. I mean, some people can, but, in terms of that specific style, he didn't have like a lot of songs like that. And I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it's just 12 songs, and not even every song even is like a club song, but like there's a good amount of club songs there, and that's all you really need.
I agree.
Exactly. Sometimes sometimes, sometimes you might get a squabble up, but also at times you might need a heart part six. Like, I'll add more variety. But I'm gonna say this also when it comes to club rappers. Now, I'm all for so let me just say this first. So I don't have a problem with anyone rapping about the same thing, first off, because I don't deep dive into lyrics that much as others do. So I look through other things in a song or in a rapper, and it makes me like, and it just that positive, that positive attribute is like more knowing to me than any other attribute that rapper has. I'm not discrediting all the other attributes that rapper has. I'm just saying that one attribute alone like gets me more interested and more hooked in that person's music. Key Glock, for an example. Key Glock is a person, and Robin will agree with me on this one because he listens to Key Glock like I do. Key Glock is a person that raps about the same things all the time: money, jewelry, women, cars, all of that, popping pills, all of that. What separates him from other rappers like Lil Baby or Lil Durk to me is the fact I do feel like he gets creative with his lines, with his rapping. I do feel like the flows is there, it's his confidence. Like I look for other things about it, and it makes me enjoy the music even more. And his production game too. His production is one of the one.
Oklahoma 2 is such a good fucking album.
Bro, his production game is one of the best things about Key Glock. Meanwhile, when you listen to,
no, you go.
Sorry. No, I was gonna say, like, meanwhile we listen to Lil Baby and Lil Durk, it's the same old. When it comes to Lil Durk, it's like, yeah, da 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 da, or it's like, I miss you, India. Take me back. I'm in prison. They could have locked me up. Like, come on, man. Like, he does that every single. See, this is why I always say Lil Baby and Lil Durk are two of the most overrated rappers of this generation, and no other rapper comes close. I swear no other rappers come close to them two. Them two, and it's ironic too because they both drop a collab project together, so that makes it even more funnier. Like, y'all two are the most overrated rappers in this generation, and y'all both drop a project together. I just think that's funny.
I feel like the best way to describe to all the people who be like, oh, some rappers, they just talk about the same thing over and over again. My biggest thing to say about that is not about what you say, it's the way you say it. And that's how I can describe for, like, most lyrics in general. Because, yeah, like, Lil Baby, fuck off. Like, I'm not listening. Like, it's the problem. It's not just the fact that he says the same shit over again. Is that he doesn't slightly alters it in an interesting way, and the production is boring. That's the problem. A lot of it is fucking boring. With people like Key Glock, yeah, he, like, raps about, like, the same, like, a lot of the same topics. But one, he does it in a slightly more interesting and more fun way. His delivery is really good. He knows how to sound good. And the biggest attribute is the production. The songs are good. If you're going to do that, the songs need to be good. Really, that's the best way I could describe it.
Yeah,
like,
so like
fun music. If you're just doing boring ass fucking Lil Baby Polo G fucking guitar or fucking piano beats, it's fucking boring. It's redundant. It's like why would I listen to this album when the last album sounded exactly the same? And also, someone like Key Glock, he doesn't oversaturate his sound.
Yeah, definitely doesn't. Definitely does not. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I don't care about topic matter being the same all the time because I listen to a bunch of rappers talk about the same thing all the time. Like a really good Ken Carson, for example. Man, Ken Carson, I play Ken Carson almost all the time because it's like it gets me hyped, it gets me turned up, and like it gets me ready, it gets me pumped, it gets me prepared. He talks about the same thing all the time. Tia Corinne, she talks about the same thing all the time, and she's my favorite female rapper out right now. I'm like, yeah, she have hits. Well, another good example. Not yet.
Another good example for me is V's. He doesn't really he kind of talks about like a lot of the same topics, but not only are the songs really good and they're fun, like the beats are really cool. He doesn't drop a shit ton of music. He doesn't oversaturate, and that's totally fine.
Exactly, Gunna, bro. I know how much culture does not like Gunna, bro. Gunna's one of my favorite rappers out right
Dude,
now. That
bro,
man
you
talks
Trey,
about the
man, you know me.
same,
I fuck with Gunna.
bro. Gunna is one of my favorite rappers out right now, and he talks about the same three things, usually one, and that's fashion. That's his main go-to topic. He talks about designer brands all the time, but I don't mind it because the production is there, or it's very soothing at this specific type of mood. So I don't care how much you say your lyrics, bro. I don't even care if you even recite your lyrics too, like Big X the Plug, for
Because
example.
like I kind of understand that some people call Gunna boring. I do kind of understand to a certain extent, especially it depends on what type of hip hop they're in. But the reason why I fuck with Gunna so much, especially way more than fucking Lil Baby, it's because the way that not only that he flows, like the way that the song just like flows together, just how it sounds, like his music is so much more smoother than Lil Baby. Lil Baby's like flows are so like jagged and like jittery, and it's like it doesn't feel right. Like Gunna is just like it's almost like some of like the musicality is almost like imagine if you take some like R&B out. This probably might not make any sense, but like imagine you take some like R&B elements, not in terms of singing, but like production choices, kind of make it put some like hip hop in it, like in the sample specifically, and you just have Gunna just like flowing. It's almost like butter. It just sounds so smooth it sounds so pleasant to the ears.
Meanwhile, when you hear Lil Baby on that type of production, you hear, I have to get it out for the month.
What was
All
that
these
one?
other
What was
niggas
that
are
one
done.
song? What was that one song where he goes, hey?
Hey, yeah. But yeah, just to end off my point, like I do not care if you rap about the same thing. But my last example was Big X the Plug. Do y'all know how many times I caught Big X the Plug slacking with how repetitive his lines are? I mean, y'all don't know how many times I hear I'm the shit, I'm the biggest stepper. I'm like, bro, we get it. We know that you step way more than you walk. Okay, we get it. We get it. We know that you stomp like Bone Crusher. Okay, you can stop saying it. But it's just like I said, it's the other attributes that adds on to it. So that's my overall main point about this.
Yeah, think about all of like the pop stars or the rock stars or the country artists that talk about the same thing. Like it's the same. It's like especially the country artists. My fucking god! Like it's like I said, it's never really about what you're saying. It's about the way you use it and the way you do it. It's how I always view it. Because like some of my favorite rappers, like one of my favorite mixtapes of all time, like Live Love ASAP is like one of my favorite mixtapes of all time. A lot of the songs, like subject matter, are not too far off from each other, but like the songs are so fucking good and they're so well made and it flows so well together and it also has so much influence.
hmm Exactly. But yeah, that's our point.
Yeah, it's shit. Listen, TKG, y'all ain't hear nothing. Y'all ain't hear me for a smooth maybe 20 minutes because these brothers was talking. Okay.
I'm
But
sorry. I'm sorry we took too long.
oh no, you good. You good. You good. You good. Listen, listen. I'd rather you have too much to say than to have nothing to say. Because
Well, trust me, if you talk about Drake, oh, trust me, I have a lot to say. That's gonna take like an hour.
oh, we're
I'm
gonna get
sorry.
to that.
I'm gonna
We're
take up a
gonna get
lot
to
of y'all
that.
time.
We're gonna get to that. But what really stood out to me was when y'all were talking about streams. Now, I want to ask y'all both. We'll start off with Trey here. Um,
All right.
how do y'all feel about people judging albums based off of first week sales?
It's bullshit. And I ain't gonna lie, I have been caught slipping a couple times because of that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. I've done that a couple times just to prove a point. Like I remember one time back in quarantine year, y'all know Lil Durk and 6ix9ine had this beef, I guess, and like they were talking bad about each other, and 6ix9ine was trolling Lil Reese, and like it was the stupidest shit ever once you look back at it. But yeah. So I remember around the time where academics said, "Oh look, 6ix9ine is selling Title Tales is selling 150K in the first week," which is sad if that was gonna be the actual numbers. he lied. It was selling 50K first week, and I remember I was saying yeah, listen 6ix9ine stands. Lil Durk's last project sold like 13K more than what Tattletale sold, and I'm like, think it back now. I'm like, why did I say that? I'm arguing about Lil Durk and 6ix9ine here. Like, what am I doing? Like, but like I have caught myself slipping a few times because of that. But at the same time, like seeing other people do it, it's sad because when you look at someone like Drake, and I'm gonna use Drake as a permanent example, Certified Lover Boy. Now, Certified Lover Boy, Donda, Kanye West, Drake beefing 2021. We don't need to talk about that there. But I remember Donda sold like 350K in the first week, and Certified Lover Boy dropped, and that sold like 500, 600K in the first week, if I'm not mistaken. And you know what the Drake stands number one go-to when they saw that? Y'all, Kanye said that Donda was better, but nobody was listening to it like Drake was, like how people was listening to Certified Lover Boy. That means Certified Lover Boy is better. No, it's not that. That's just because Drake is the bigger artist. And I'm not ashamed to say that. Like, Drake is 100% the bigger artist than Kanye. If you think that Kanye in his current state is bigger than Drake, you're mental. You're mental. And it's not shocking coming from Kanye stands. But, yeah, so, like, that's like Drake stands number one go-to every single time. The sales, the first week sales, the streams. And it's just like, you're not talking about what the music sounded like, and it's honestly embarrassing. Saying that this rapper like sold this many units in the first week, so it's definitely better than the other project. That's not really a flex if we think about it, because you're not talking about the actual music. It could be a flex and you could say that they're one of the biggest rappers in the game. Because let's be honest. People today does not know the difference between the biggest and the best. Let's just keep that a stack. Like, they don't know the difference between those two. So they get those two mixed, and then they say some of the most stupidest things possible. And like, imagine someone saying that Y2K by Ice Spice is better than Lotto's last album simply because it sold much more. Like,
I mean,
what?
they're both ass, but
Bad culture. Please don't listen to Lotto's last album. I'm telling you, it's gonna be an hour waste of your time. I listened to
literally
that
listened to that album because Trey
Oh,
was
I
talking
listened.
about it. I was like, fuck it, why not? It was not interesting.
I
It is
listen.
the worst.
Y'all,
It is the worst.
y'all gonna hear about it in a future video. Trust me.
It is the worst album I've heard this year, and I'm not lying. It is that bad. Like, it's that bad. Like, I only saved like 2-3 songs, and even then, I don't even listen to those 3 songs. But yeah. So like, when someone uses first week sales as an argument over the music, it's just like you're dodging the opinion. Like, you're dodging my question of, okay, let's not talk about sales. How does the music sound? And then honestly, when you say a project is better than this project, and its first week sales are lower, or its sales in general are lower than that other project, those people gonna be looking at you like, ain't no way you're praising this album that much. Like, you're glazing. Ain't no way this project is better than this project simply because it sold less. And it's just like, what? like, are we serious right now? Like
So
people just like to go follow.
would you say people are simply they're using those numbers as bragging rights for their favorite artists?
Of course, 100%. 100%, because that's their favorite artist, and they're gonna ride by what their favorite artists do, what their favorite artists say, and by what the media says about that artist as well. This rapper is accused by many things, but I think he's innocent. Oh, this person thinks that my favorite rapper is innocent, so I would think they're innocent too. Like, you're completely ignoring everything else. Like, you don't want. This rapper sold more. Oh, I think it's the best album of the year. It's like, really, like, it's just. So I definitely bragging rights in a sense because a lot of people do it. Like, a lot of people do it. So I don't really get mad as much, but it's definitely embarrassing that people you really go to sales and like just like prove that their favorite rapper or their favorite artist is better. But that's my opinion.
My take on the whole like streaming and sales thing is that I feel like it'd be hella hypocritical if we all never judged albums based off sales, at least at any point in our lives. Because I think we've all had where we don't really, especially if it's an artist that we don't really care for that much, we kind of just like shrug it off like, oh, it's probably, and it didn't sell that well. So you're kind of in your mind like, who cares type shit. And I mean, if you never really cared about that artist in the first place, I don't think you would really care if it sold that well or that little either. So I feel like that doesn't really matter that much. But my thing when it comes to like sales is that when your favorite artist like sells a lot of records, you feel happy about it because like it's an artist that you kind of like riding for. So like it's just really what it should be is just brownie points rather than the main thing. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, it's like the cherry on top. It sold well type shit. But like I feel like when people constantly this is the problem when like stands do this all the time. They always bring up sales and it's so like fucking whatever. Like I mentioned, some of these albums that have sold well at the time might not be that important a decade or two later down the road and shit. But even besides that, I feel like when you constantly thinking about sales, it's so fucking stupid. Like, are we even talking about the music anymore? Like, the music
Exactly.
itself should be the most important thing because it's an album that has fucking music in it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like, I don't know, like, what are we really doing here and shit? Like, people be giving shit, like, sometimes we make fun of one-hit wonders, like, oh, man, they fell the fuck off, or after this one, or one album wonders where they fall the fuck off. You know, we can give them shit, especially if their music's really not that good. But to be honest, I can't really, on a basis level, actually hate on it that much because even if they have like one hit or they have like one album that did well, that one hit or that one album could give them more money than a lot of people will see in their fucking life. And like they can, just live the rest of their life happy as shit and have to worry about constantly being shoved in Hollywood like that. They just make their music and go off from there. Like some of my favorite albums this year didn't sell that well. I looked it up. Ultra 85 by Logic sold 18K first week. It wasn't like
That's
it didn't
crazy.
it
It's
didn't sell
crazy
like
to me.
I mean, I'm not entirely surprised because like Logic's like mainstream era like it's not even really supposed to be there anymore, which is
Yeah, but
it's
still.
but yeah, like it didn't sell like that like I said, Ultra 85 could be like one of those albums that could like kind of have a bit of longevity. It didn't sell like a crazy. Or another example, Almighty Soul 2 by Chief Keef. I looked it up.
Oh my God.
It sold 22K first week.
One of the best albums of the year. Oh my
And I mean,
God.
Chief Keef is like for unfortunately for Chief Keef, like I love like I've been getting a lot into Chief Keef in this last year, and as much as I love a lot of the music that I've heard, he's one of those artists that like he's pretty much mainstream, but there's a lot of people that don't really know his music like that. If that makes any sense.
Exactly.
Or,
Like
they
people,
don't
like
know,
people, like people talk a lot about him, but like they don't actually listen to him.
they don't really listen to his like albums like that. And shit. But
Exactly.
like on and like when you go past the hits, he has a lot of good deep cuts and a lot of good shit. And like like some of my favorite albums this year didn't even like sell like a whole lot. And for me, it doesn't have to. If the album is really good, that's really the only thing that matters to me the most. Like sales is essentially just like a cherry on top. And there be albums that like one thing I love is stumbling across hidden gems of albums that like a lot of people don't really know like that. Because there's albums I've heard that a lot of people don't know that much about, and I ended up loving those albums. It feels very good listening to albums that like not only are they not mainstream, it's like they're not even like people don't even really know about that shit where it's like super underground and shit. You're essentially feel like you're entering like a gold mine of shit that you're essentially wondering how have people not shown me this sooner type shit. Because the reason why is because, well, one, it's just underground, and second, because some motherfuckers on the internet just only care about like streaming the sales rather than what the music that they could be listening to, the other types of shit they could be listening to, and some of the albums could literally change their fucking life and the way that they move. And they can be missing out on artists that could end up being some of their favorites because all they really want to care about is their fucking precious little mainstream fucking artists that just shits out the same shit over and over again, and just so they can stay maintaining those mainstream sales. When really, at the end of the day, like, bro, just try and make something interesting is the best thing I can say to that.
And that's 100% just facts right there. A lot of times, and I'll say this as loud as I possibly can, not literally, but I'll always say this. First week album sales are just an indication of how the masses feel about the album. It is a start. First week album sales aren't the final album sales. Just because Lil Reese sells 500 first week, or Sweetie sells 2,000 first week, or
500.
Lil Reese sold 500 for one of his albums that he put out. If I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yep, 500.
Wait, what?
Really?
Yes.
People actually listen to Lil Reese? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his sales are fucking ass. But I'm not.
Bro,
Yeah,
like,
I'm not
I
surprised.
remember when, sorry to cut y'all off, but I remember when back in the quarantine year, Young Chop, like, he released an album. He saw like 50 copies for it. I'm like, which 50 people of y'all actually bought that album? Like,
Who
I'm
fucking
really
listens
shocked.
to
That
Young
was his mom.
Chop?
That
Didn't that
was his
motherfucker
mom's
get like
side and his
arrested or
dad's
some
side.
shit?
That was his relative,
Huh?
his
Yeah,
mom's side and his dad's side buying the motherfucking albums, and probably a few friends.
bro literally told all his family members, "Hey, y'all, make sure y'all stream my album," and literally like, like, what? Young Chop, like, let me stop.
Oh, around that shit,
But yeah, I want to remind everybody that these artists, they drop their music. If you like them, how you can tell them that you like them is by telling them about the quality. Nothing screams
Mm-hmm.
quality when you're talking about numbers. I can't stand these fan bases that want to turn into analytics, nerds and shit, analytic nerds, and break out numbers. Oh,
Taylor
well,
Swift
they
fan.
got these many numbers here, and these many fans listen to them this month, and that doesn't fucking matter. Are they good or are they not good? Let's answer that question.
Taylor Swift stands.
If your answer hinges off of other people saying that the artist is good, then you aren't even confident that you like the artist. And that's I put a
Exactly.
period at the end of that. Fuck that. But we're gonna play a quick game. Not really a game per se, but we'll go ahead and we'll pivot off of something that Trey said. Now,
Mm-hmm.
we are gonna start at five. No, don't say four, three, two, or one, but we're gonna just start at five. I'm gonna ask y'all both. Now, fan bases. Tell me, we're gonna start with Rob. What is your fifth worst fan base? Or least favorite fan base? It could be worse or your least favorite. But we're gonna start with five. We're gonna go with Rob if he's awake.
Robin, you here?
yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
All right, what were you talking about?
Uh, we're doing worst fan bases, but we're starting with five. Don't say four or three or two or one. Just say the fifth one. So, what is your fifth least favorite or worst
Oh,
fan?
fifth worst fan. You can hear me, right?
Perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fifth. So I had to think of this on the fly. I think fifth. I have to think of something that's like not the worst, but relatively bad. I'm gonna say Eminem stands.
Okay, okay. Great.
It's one of those things. It's mainly. I honestly feel like some of the people who hate on Eminem is not even for Eminem himself. It's just the way some of his stands be like acting. It's just they get so weird about it, and they're so like defensive. It's some shit. It could literally be like one of his worst songs, and it just comes off as super odd to me, and it's like almost like it makes you just feel uncomfortable. And shit. For number four,
No. We're going. We're
Well,
going.
no, we're only doing 5.
Yeah.
okay.
So go ahead, Trey. Who's 5 for you?
All right, 5. This shouldn't be shocking, but it might be shocking. Is Playboy Cardi stands now? The vamps out there. The reason why they're this low is simply because they entertain me more than they annoy me. So that's one of the reasons why they're low. I think just go check out that subreddit, bro. Like that's all the evidence you need to know why they're the worst fan base. And with this whole I Am Music rollout too, like them theorizing like, oh, bruh, Playboy Cardi invisibly had a U on his Instagram story. That that means he's dropped. That means he's dropping soon. Like, no.
So much coke.
Like, bro, like, chill. Like, they always want to theorize, and like, it's mainly that, really. Like, they want to theorize every single thing. Bro, Playboy Cardi can eat at a Waffle House, and they can say, like, oh my God, Playboy Cardi's going to drop Friday morning because he's eating breakfast on the morning time. It's like, what? Like, it's so ridiculous at this point that this man can literally breathe, and they'll say the most ridiculous things possible. And like, don't even get me started on the Playboy Cardi streamers. Young Dabo, bro. Oh,
I don't even know who the fuck it is.
Don't look him up. He's a 17-year-old streamer who says the most wildest things. He goes gay for Playboy Cardi. Like,
Yeah, nah. That's enough said. You ain't even gotta say nothing else. We're just gonna go to number 4. Here, you should.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Route 4.
Honestly, I might have to say Playboy Cardi and the Vamps as well. I was thinking like I know I was missing somebody, but like Jesus, man, they're especially these last couple of years, they've become so much more fucking obnoxious. Especially from like I say from a whole lot of red onwards, it's just like, and I actually fuck with a lot of Playboy Cardi's music, but man, they are too fucking much. Especially with this I Am Music rollout, there's so much fucking copium and shit. They lose their fucking minds. They're also very gullible. Like I don't know if Trey remembers the whole thing in this fucking merchandise thing where it was like a fucking vinyl or something on his website, and people just assumed that he was gonna drop. I think even Trey fell for it at some point.
No, let me tell you why. I fell for it silly because this man had one of his boys literally said a new Cardi announcement tonight, and I thought that this man was gonna at least announce the album and when it is released. Turns out this man literally dropped a whole merchandise bundle, and I'm like, bro, you literally hype everything up to drop a vinyl and some clothes. Like, are we serious? Like, I can, like, just like I said about Drake, I can go into a full hour about how horrible Cardi is as a person. I can't stand him as a person. Like, that man got some issues. But yeah, that's what I gotta add.
Yeah, and before we pass off number 4 to you, Trey. I gotta say this real fast. It's about the Cardi fans, man. Actually, you know what? I'll save it because it's a lot. It is a lot. Like y'all
Yeah,
y'all
it
for
really is.
20 shit. I might talk for a smooth 5. So We're gonna pass it off to you, Trey. Who is your number? And it doesn't have to just be rap fan base. It could be any fan base.
Yeah. If we gonna be like that, yeah, yeah. Throw them Beyonce stands in too for number. No, not Beyonce stands. Nicki
Three.
Minaj stands. There we go. Yeah, they're automatically top five because like, and I don't even got. I'm not gonna say. I shouldn't say anything because everyone who is involved in this podcast had some type of issue with the Barbs. uh, David Shirley. But
Man, I haven't heard in a minute. I don't know what the fuck he's up to nowadays.
my bad disappeared. He found out that his gym closed, so he hasn't been seen ever since. But uh yeah, like everyone, and I tell you, everyone had. You could just say that. You could just say that you could just literally say that this artist is better than Nicki Minaj, and then they'll immediately go into a rant, talk about what you talk about. Her last project sold twice as much as your favorite rapper's project did, so he's not better. It's just
Don't forget. Don't
like it's
forget.
too
They'll
much.
bring up the fact that she has a diamond record with some Spanish artists and all
Yeah,
records
Carol G.
platinum.
That don't count. That don't count.
Yeah,
Just because you
I
got
don't
a
really count that.
song with an international artist doesn't count. Like, come on. Like, yeah, then not only that, they'll leak your address, they'll find your profile picture, they'll find your old tweets, they'll pull up some type of dirt to like discredit your own opinion. And it's like y'all willing to go the lengths to really risk my safety in order for over a music argument. Y'all are demented. And I told this to Robin and to Robin. I said this like earlier this year, and I still stand by this. Nicki Minaj has the most dumbest fans imaginable. They are dumb,
Nah,
very very dumb. I feel like
put
sometimes
that
they're
a close
mentally
second.
challenged. Like they're mentally challenged. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, don't use any derogative terms, man. We ain't getting paid here, but we ain't trying to get canceled. So I get what you mean though.
I know. Yeah.
But shit, we're gonna move on to number three. What you got for us, Robin?
There's like two I'm thinking of number three because it could just be any fan base. So, I think okay, you know what? Okay, I know what my number one and two is gonna be. I am gonna kind of like say the same thing. I am gonna say Nicki Minaj stands. I am gonna say them. I know what my number one and two is gonna be. But Nicki Minaj stands to me are like you want to talk about a fan base that talk about sales? That's all they fucking talk about. All they talk about is fucking and this is not just fans. There's a difference between fans and stands, and we but like stands specifically they're fucking ruthless, bro. And it's everyone has an experience if you've been on the internet as long enough. If you've been on Twitter long enough, hip hop Twitter, hip hop Instagram, hip hop damn near anything on social media, you're gonna have at least or see multiple Nicki Minaj stand interactions because they'd be dedicated as shit, and it's also the fact that like the whole like I don't know if you remember the whole Nicki like Astroworld fiasco, uh, like the whole especially nowadays with the fucking Bigfoot shit. Like,
Uh,
they be still trying to defend. I saw a comment. This is fucked up. I saw someone commented. Even Bigfoot was like the first instance where even some Nicki Minaj fans were like, "This is bad. This is terrible," was kind of shocking because they always defend pretty much everything she does. I remember I saw someone said like, "This shit is so childish. It makes sense why her husband loves her."
damn.
No,
Deserved, but still.
I'm not fuck that guy. But yeah, if they're probably one of the most immature. They're not. I don't think they're most like. I mean, they are one of the most fucked up, but they're also just like one of the most so like warped and fucky and like wrapped up people. Nicki just has them like wrapped around their fucking finger. That's like all they're known for is just having their fucking profile pic of Nicki Minaj.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shit. Well, Shit, wait till I tell y'all what I got to fucking say about him. But 3 for you, Trey.
Yes. Go ahead, put them Taylor Swift fans in there. You already, come on, man. This is easy. You already know Taylor Swift fans was gonna be in the top 3. Y'all. I feel like sometimes they're racist too. Y'all know I don't like to pull the race card, but like sometimes the stuff that they say, it just makes them look racist. I'm not saying they are, but I'm just saying it just makes them look like they don't like people with color. But cause the whole Beyonce, the greatest pop star by Billboard stuff, bro. When I tell you that Taylor Swift fans were in an outrage, they was like going back and forth with the Beehive. They was saying like, man, Taylor Swift did 3 million in the first week, and Beyonce couldn't even touch a million. That's the only reason why Taylor Swift should be number 1, not Beyonce. And it's just like, now I'm thinking like, that's it. That's all she has, sales. Does Taylor Swift have better choreography? Hell no.
Oh no!
Is
Oh yeah,
Beyonce,
she's like way. This is way better than Beyonce and MJ and Chris Brown. Oh, way better.
can she sing? Can she sing better than Beyonce? Fuck no. Does her albums last longer than Beyonce's? Hell no. Like, bro, like y'all, they're sometimes they make worst fan bases make it very easy for us as to why we say what we say and we bring up our points, because it's just like the stuff that y'all say. It's just like, yeah, you say this one thing and you're right about one thing, but I can bring up like a million other things as to why they're horrible, or like this person is better than that person you're very much talking about. So, and not only that, they eat up this whole like drop 6 deluxes bullshit, 1989 Taylor's version plus acoustic. Like, bro, like it's the same shit. like y'all would say that Playboy Cardi fans are delusional. They are worse. Like they eat up everything that Taylor creates and does. Taylor Swift can literally say the N-word, in her album. She can literally have the N-word on her fucking album cover, and they'll still say that it's one of the greatest musical pieces that they ever seen. It's just like, it's ridiculous at this point. Taylor Swift stands. Get them their top 3.
Betray. Taylor Swift is like actually mothering. She is like slaying.
I never saw the hype with Taylor
Swift is serving cot. It's a sound got it.
She, man,
That sound,
I've never seen a hype.
You sound a little too
I don't get it.
convincing there, brother. I almost asked you if you put your sister on the
Trust me.
damn phone for a second. I'm like, shit. Your sister grab your phone?
Shout out to Argentina Robbins. Robbins.
Hold on there, motherfucker. I know what you're trying to do.
But shit. Damn, shit. It's a solid 3. Shit, these are 2 toxic ones. So Robin, what is your number 2?
All right, man. Number 2. Man, this fan base ruffles my jammies. It's the Diddy fan. No, play.
He got fans.
Imagine, man, ain't nobody
he got fans,
of
bro.
Diddy.
He got fans, all right. He got fans after he finished oiling them down. He got fans, all right.
Ain't nobody a fucking stan of Diddy. Nah, but
you'll be shocked. You'd be shocked.
Yeah,
well, they're fucking weird.
Diddy fan is called a prison.
That's
the motherfuckers went to the Diddy party.
Hey, ain't no party like a Diddy party, like LeBron
no.
said.
All of a sudden, all of a sudden, nobody wants to admit that the fucking no parties like a Diddy party. But hey, you ain't hear me say that. What's your number 2, brother?
Yeah. but my number 2, LeBron to go. He didn't say that. It was AI. But number 2, honestly, is the K-pop fan base. Because
that's a good one.
Not the reason why I don't put him in number one, despite a lot of them would probably put him in number one, because I feel like if you're on a certain side of the internet, you're not really gonna deal with them that much. And plus, like on the surface, they just look like they really care about their K-pop artists a lot. It's just when you talk shit about them specifically and try to interact them in a weird way is where they get very fucky and weird and like cultish. Especially all the stories of them like threatening people and all that outrageous shit. Like those motherfuckers are like actually like mentally insane, because it's not just that like Nicki stans, they base their whole profile on internet space. Some of these people base their whole just life just in general on them, and it's so like it makes you feel uncomfortable. It's like almost creepy. It's like ugh. It's like brother ugh. It's weird, but I feel like if you're not really like into K-pop like that, I don't think you're gonna see that much of it, especially because it's like international music. But the fans specifically, a lot of them are fucking wild.
Yeah.
Shit, couldn't have said it better myself. But Trey, what's your number two, brother?
Put in the stands, Eminem stands. I was arguing between who's higher, which is the Barb's, the Taylor Swift stands, or the Eminem stands. All three of them are actually interchangeable. If we're being honest, like all three of them are delusional, like very. But I put Eminem stands at 2 silly because they just it's a lot. But mostly they just say like, oh man, listen to this. Listen to these rhyme schemes. Your favorite rapper couldn't hang around with Eminem, and
rap is like a mountain.
Look, he has the most selling rap album of all the time. The Eminem Show is like 20 million copies. What did your favorite rapper even pull like 10 million copies worldwide? Like they're also those are the people that brings up sales, but they make it even worse simply because he got the best rhyme schemes, and like he can put that much words together, and like yeah, that's cool, but like that's it. That's it. And like they're also another fan base that don't really want to talk about the music. They bring up the sales as their most played part. From the stands that I talk to, they really do bring up sales, and like they like to discredit your favorite rapper. Your favorite rapper could be like, I don't know, Trippie Redd or some shit, and they'll be like, Trippie Redd. You rather listen to Life's a Trip by Trippie Redd, but you don't even want to listen to the Eminem Show by Eminem? Like, what's your problem? Like they try to discredit what you listen to, and they think just because you don't have Eminem in your top 5, that they think, oh, you must be a young head if you don't have Eminem in your top 5. Oh, you listen to Future and Young Thug over Eminem. You have those two in your top 5 and not Eminem. What you smoking? Like, it's like they force Eminem down your throat, and that's the worst thing about them. They want to force Eminem right down in your throat. They want to keep jabbing Eminem this, Eminem that down your throat, and it's just like, damn, nigga, chill out. Like, bro, I never said this man was trash. I never said that he was horrible. I literally said you could not be interested, and they'll still say, nah, man, you still have to be interested. Eminem was one of the greatest rappers of all time. You have to be interested. You have to listen to his discography. I don't have to listen to anything. Like, bro, y'all taking it as if I said Eminem is the worst rapper of all time. Like, yeah, throw stands up there too. I can't wait till I say about number 1 though. Y'all know what number 1 is. I can't wait for this.
I know your number 1.
I can't wait.
My number 1.
With that being said, I mean, let's go ahead and get the drum roll out. I mean, hey.
My number 1. See, notice the thing is, I didn't mention Kanye stans or Drake stans. Neither of them are on this list, surprisingly, and I almost thought of like maybe I'm mistaken. I should have put one of them there, especially Drake stans. But I feel like the only excuse I would give them, it seems like both of their fan bases got so much worse this decade. Maybe it's just me, Like
That's
the
true.
2020 specifically, like both of their fan bases just got so much more annoying. But
Mhm.
I would totally understand why one of them would be on your list. To me, it's the Taylor Swift stands, bro. I'm sorry. Because I have met a couple of Taylor Swift fans who are actually like, they're just fans and they just like her music and they're cool about it. And that's totally fine. I have no problem with that. I understand the appeal of Taylor Swift. I don't really care for a lot of her music like that, but her music makes sense for that type of audience. The reason why she's number one for her stands, because she is like one of like a top five biggest artists in the world. Top three could potentially be like number two or one. They are the loudest. They are the loudest fan base,
Talk big
especially
shit.
especially when it comes to this whole Taylor's version era. Oh my God. You have no idea how many fucking times I'd be on social media. Yeah, I'd be like, oh, a brand new pop artist. Oh, she's this brand new pop singer. They're about to, potentially make number one. Oh, wait, Taylor Swift just released a new version of her fucking Poets Department album for like the 17th version of it with different demos, the fucking folk
Facts.
version, the acoustic version, the autistic
Yeah.
version. Just like
Bro,
any.
yeah.
They
Sorry to
just.
cut you off, Robin. Sorry.
Oh my God. No, what were we saying?
No, I was just gonna say sorry to cut you off, but like I'm gonna say this, bro, and it might not make sense, but I'm gonna explain. Like, bro, Taylor Swift is like the female version of Travis Scott. And let me tell you why. Them two care about sales so much. They will release different types of deluxes, bundles, out culture. I don't know if you've seen what Travis Scott did with his Days Before Rodeo 10th year anniversary release. When he was going up against Sabrina Carpenter for the number one. His Days Before Rodeo was gonna sell like what, over like 165K in the first week. He was battling Sabrina Carpenter for the number one. This man dropped like 5, 6 different types of deluxes, bro, as bundles in order to get that number one, bro. And it's just like Taylor Swift does the exact same thing. As soon as someone dropping, oh yeah, sorry. Let me drop this acoustic version of my last album real quick. Y'all ain't getting that album. Y'all not getting that number one. I'm sorry. Like what? But go ahead, Robin. I'm sorry.
I mean, and like I said, like again, that doesn't always mean everything because, like I guess, sales doesn't really mean everything. That is true, but it's just that when you constantly see, it's just almost just kind of like, well, like, bitch, what the fuck are we doing? You know what I mean? It's like, how many albums, like, how many versions do you need? Like, and damn well, like, and I know. And here's the thing, like, a part of me kind of respects it because she knows this will make her a shit ton of money. Because, like, I get it. But you're already rich. You know what I mean? You're already rich as fuck. Like, let's really be fucking real. You got your fucking concerts and shit that'll pay a fucking thousands of dollars just to go see Taylor Swift fucking doing her whatever type of dancing she does. Like, or lack of dancing, my bad. But it's just like, it's just because they're the loudest, and it just seems like nothing. You're never going to convince them of anything, of her wrongdoings, of anything that you may not like. You also, like, and kind of what Trey said, they are some of the most racist motherfuckers, bro. They are so fucking racist. Not all of them, but some of them. But like, I remember some of it. I do feel like it's a bit rage bait, like they do it on purpose. Because sometimes on Twitter, especially, some people just say shit and it's on purpose. But like, they be talking about some shit like the best artists of all time. They have like Beyonce, Michael Jackson, maybe you could throw in Beatles, just a bunch of, the classics. And they'll throw in Taylor Swift, and all these motherfuckers be like, Taylor Swift fucking clears all of them because she is clean. She is like slaying, and like these motherfuckers ain't shit. Like they yeah, it's weirdly how good of an impression I do that.
Yeah.
Fucking
Almost like you've
shit. They are so fucking. Those motherfuckers are relentless. They are the loudest because, man, yeah, they're my number one.
All right, shit. Let's get another drum roll out. Let's get another drum
All right,
roll
we
out.
ready?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, the number one worst fan base. Don't rap against Kendrick ever. This man Drake. Get this man Drake. Bro, Drake stands. I don't care. I don't care who's worse than him. No. They are the most delusional. They are the most dumb sounding. And like it's insane. Do y'all know how many Drake fans I've ran into this past year because they said some of the most stupidest things imaginable? First off, we're not gonna point out the obvious. One reason is like they think Drake is a victim to everybody he beefed against this year. They think that this man is such a victim and that he didn't do anything. And the only comeback they have is that, oh, they're just jealous of Drake. And to your surprise, they might be right. A couple of them, like Rick Ross, for example. We're not gonna speak about him, but anyway, so there's a couple of them that might be quote unquote jealous of Drake. Like we're talking about the weekend, like ASAP, bro. This man Drake literally talked about Rihanna on For All the Dogs, bro, and they still think Drake is the victim. And then they want to come back to you by saying, "Oh, well, Drake already had Rihanna. He already dated her. He dealt with her for so long, so he has the right to talk about Rihanna." I'm like, do you know how stupid that's? She's literally married to ASAP Rocky, bro. like, this man is Drake is strung up on the past. It's like he bringing up old flings. He's talking to like many of his ops like exes and like baby mamas, wives, like, and then they still think he's the victim and thinks he can do nothing wrong. And it's like I'm sick of it. I'm sick of them not calling out, not taking accountability. It's just like y'all always think that Drake is right in every single situation. Y'all always say he's the biggest rapper because he is, and he can drop on any day of the week and is still sell than your favorite rapper. And like it's crazy. Like, and then every time we want to call out something that Drake does, all of a sudden they want to say, well, if this was another rapper, y'all wouldn't be saying it. Well, yeah, no shit, because Drake does this shit all the time. Like, I can go on and on and on about Drake fans. They're easily annoying, they're delusional, they're dumbfounding, and they're interesting, and not in a good way, because they'll say some of the most hilarious shit too. Like they'll literally say something that'll make you laugh out loud in your own house. I've done that multiple times. But yeah, don't rap against Kendrick ever. Get his fans out of here. It's ridiculous.
The 6ix9ine fan base really tickles my taste.
Oh yeah, me in 2020 would have said 6ix9ine has the worst fan base too.
No,
but,
I'm
yeah.
fucking with it. Ain't nobody listening to 6ix9ine nowadays.
Hey, Pete. Hey, I checked 6ix9ine's channel earlier this year. He dropped the album and no one cared, and there's still those 200, 300K people who still listen to it. So hey.
Motherfucker, you're a pedophile and your music is ass. Like, damn, you ain't got nothing.
Up that we can't say that about Drake because his music is good. But whatever.
Well, guess it's time for me to drop my top 5. And let me tell y'all, I'm not as calm as these two. So I'm about to say some crazy, crazy shit. Let me start off with my number 5. Female Chris Brown fans. Y'all are a bunch of fucking hypocrites.
Oh, that's a good one.
I was actually considering them too. That's crazy. I was really strongly considering them, but I didn't consider them simply because they didn't do nothing to me. So as far as I know, they're tolerable in my book. They're tolerable.
Female Chris Brown fans, y'all are a bunch of hypocrites. That man brutalized Rihanna, and y'all know it. Y'all have physical and mental recollection of that. You see it. And some of you even idolize Rihanna. In my personal opinion, you can't have both. If you're gonna idolize and say Chris Brown's my boo, well, is he your boo or is he your fucking boxing partner? Well, which one is it? You can't have both. That motherfucker is a demon. He's a demon. He's a deviant. We'll leave that one at that. Number 4, I have Beyonce and Taylor Swift combined. Let me tell you why. They are the same fucking fan. One consists of mainly R&B and pop fans. The other one just pop. But they have the same complaints. Oh, um, well, she's one of the top performers. No one can say anything to her. Oh, her album just dropped. Um, it should be number 1 because I mean, duh, she's an icon. Uh, Literally, I could say she because it applies to them both. They have the same complaints. Let me tell you both something, okay? Taylor Swift is worth $1 billion. Beyonce is worth $500 million, close to $1 billion. For y'all Taylor Swift fans in particular, y'all have got to be the dumbest, sorriest bunches of fucking people I've ever known. That woman sold concert seats behind a fucking screen for thousands of dollars, and people still flock to them fucking tickets. Couldn't see shit. Couldn't even see the screen for the fucking concert that was being performed. But they bought them tickets. The love and adoration you have for this woman, I would hope you have a little more for your fucking parents. And when you find your parents, when your dad comes back from the grocery store from getting that milk, smack him, kick him in his nuts so he doesn't produce a fucking a dumbass dunce sibling for you. Find your mom, tear her damn uterus out because she made a big mistake birthing any of you dumb stupid fucking cows.
Hashtag take the uterus out.
There is something to be said about how stupid y'all are. But don't worry, because I'm about to tell y'all with my number 3 pick, and that's Playboy Cardi fans. Cardi fans are Taylor Swift fans times 2. And let me tell you why. Cardi can post a period, just a dot on Twitter, and it's time for niggas to start deciphering the code.
It's fucking true though.
That is true. I'll tell you, they will see anything. They will see like a number, and they will think, oh, that's the day that's the day of the month that he's gonna decide to drop. Like it's true.
They'll see anything. That man can sell y'all a fucking napkin with a little piece of his nose blood on it. And y'all think it's some fucking code for, oh, Playboy Cardi's a blood now. He's dropping a song called I'm Dripping Blood. Oh, wait, no. He's making a song with a blood. Or wait,
He's dropping an album called Blood.
he's saying that he's cleaning up the competition and all he could do was clean their blood because he killed all them niggas. Let me tell y'all something. Taylor Swift fans might be fucking delusional. Y'all are downright fucking miserable. Because I can't believe, I mean, the lot of you, I don't better never see a Cardi fan complaining about not being in a relationship. Y'all have waited years for him to drop trash. So, in theory, y'all should wait for your fucking next girlfriend or boyfriend to come into your life and be garbage. It's the same fucking thing. You're listening to shit you don't like. You're sitting up with a disappointing fucking look on your face every day, hoping for things to change, and it just doesn't. It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
All y'all have ever done is sit there and wait for this man to not try. I use Whole Lot of Red, and for the most part, I joke about it. But let me be serious for 5 fucking seconds. Whole Lot of Red was the indication that Cardi didn't need to try anymore. It's not that he doesn't want to. He doesn't need to. Y'all have already told yourselves you're fine with him just saying, huh, huh, I fucked that bitch, huh, yeah, she sucked my dick. And put that over a good beat, that's enough. That's all you need. Impact. Generational talent. Can't match his flow. Can't match his style. I can't wait to hear it at a concert. I can't wait. Meanwhile, I can hear that same shit, same beats, hear DC the Don do the same damn thing, and I can understand every fucking word he says, and he makes it sound better. Say what you about to destroy Lonely being a damn woman beating piece of garbage, but shit, he sounds better.
Every member on Opium is garbage.
I don't know. I don't really fuck with the opium like that. They're like one of those like underground motherfuckers to be like their music is all right, and they end up like beating the shit out of a woman because that's the way that God intended. I beat the shit out of my woman for not giving me my damn soda can.
Homicide Gang is ass, and they're horrible people at the same time, so that makes it worse.
That too. Cardi, you lead a label full of people that idolize you, and somehow they're just like you. A bunch of fucking illiterate, woman beaten pieces of fucking garbage. Y'all are a bunch of overdeveloped cum stains. Get it together. You used to try, Cardi. You used to actually say fucking words on some pretty decent fucking beats. Now the beats are absolutely amazing, and you just can't, you couldn't believe when you first heard that first great beat, because you then told yourself it's time to stop fucking trying. It's time to settle. It's time to give my fans nothing. They deserve something. You make them wait for fucking years just for you to make Whole Lot of Red Part 2. They already heard it. They've been hearing it for fucking years. Give them something else that they can leech onto and latch onto. They deserve that. I don't like Playboy Cardi fans, but at the very fucking least, Cardi, give them something you've never given a fucking woman. Another damn chance at a smile. My number two. My number two. I am going after the K-pop stands. Y'all, and I'm not just talking about fans of Blackpink, fans of fucking what's their names? Um
BTS.
yeah, them assholes. BTS. You know what? I don't even truly have a problem with the artists themselves. It's you people that act like you can understand what the fuck they're saying. That's the first complaint. You walk past one of them motherfuckers and say something in Korean, and they'll look at you like you just fucking just claimed war on the country. There's
They're gonna be
something
looking at you
wrong with
crazy when you're trying to decipher everything.
there's something very much wrong with you K-pop fans, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why you're a little worse than Cardi fans. Because not only do you not understand, but I look up those lyrics. And they're not saying nothing that you need to be fucking going crazy for. All they're saying is, I had a good day today. I went and picked up my dry cleaning. I drove to pick up my girlfriend's dog. Took the dog on a walk. I had a great day. Um, Yeah, it's time to celebrate. Wave your hands back and forth. That's fucking it. Listen to some Spanish music. They're not saying anything. They're rhyming in their language. They're not saying shit in ours. Look it up. Look up Gangnam Style in fucking English and tell me that's a damn song. And not somebody just rapping their fucking grocery list on a damn catchy beat. Give me something to believe in, K-pop stands. Every day you give me something new to complain about because you're just such pieces of fucking garbage. Just the fucking hardest piece of gum underneath a damn shoe. The fucking worst. Cow shit stinks worse.
Oh my God. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt you, culture, but dang, I actually look up Gangnam Style in English, and dang, it's literally what you said too. That's crazy. Wow. You mean to tell me that this entire time he was saying, bruh, this entire first verse he said, a lady who was warm and human during the day, a classy lady who knows how to enjoy a cup of coffee? That don't even rhyme.
Hey, bro, fucking spin bars, bro. Fucking spin that shit.
But guess
That
what?
is crazy. Wow.
But guess what? 1 billion views on fucking YouTube. The first person history made just to tell me that a fucking bitch went to go get some goddamn coffee. Give me a fucking break. So y'all are sitting there dancing, waving your hands back and forth, and willing to leak my address over fucking BTS telling you, I walked my dog today. He's a good boy. I call him Princess. Oh, he's a boy and I call him Princess. That's weird, right? Oh, I should probably name him something else. Saying all that on a fucking song. You're ready to kill me over that. Find your parents and kill them. They fucking they raised a dumbass. A damn retard. Number one. Oh, maybe I should bleep out that retard word. Maybe. Just maybe. But number one. Mix everything I said. Spin it in a ball. Throw it in a fucking whatever Bobbity did to create Majin Buu. And you get the punches of fat bitches that are the barbs. I'll
We
never
all knew that was coming.
I'll never let up on you fucking waste of human space. I'll never let up. I'll never forget the day I seen a barb say that she was waiting for Nicki Minaj's son to turn 18. I'll never
Whoa.
I'll never forget the day I seen a barb leak someone's address and the motherfucker got killed the next day. I'll never forget it. I'll never
Don't
forget.
forget, don't forget. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't forget when Nicki Minaj like stands were like talking shit on like Fetty Wap's like dead daughter or some shit.
Oh,
I remember that.
it's like a damn greeting to them. It's that easy to ruin someone else's life just because you have a divisive opinion on this crackhead called Nicki Minaj. She's a coke fiend. She's a fucking. You ever just look at Nicki Minaj talk? You ever just sit there and watch her just say shit? She doesn't fucking blink. I'm somebody that studies psychology. Do you know what that means to me? The bitch is smacked on fucking PCP, ecstasy, and goddamn coke. And ain't crack, it's coke. Hard coke. I've been around damn drug dealers and fucking drug users. Trust and believe me. I know what the fuck a damn coke user is like. She doesn't blink. Her emotions are erratic. Y'all can go ahead and look up the effects of coke right now in PCP and ecstasy. Ecstasy is supposed to slow you down. Coke is gonna make you real fucking give you mood swings. Mix all the things I've been saying about every single artist, all their fan bases. You get a barb. You get one barb when mixing all those qualities. Motherfuckers that care so much about numbers in our argument about quality. And then they can't even admit that Nicki Minaj has any questionable songs or bad music. No, someone else sold her songs. Oh, the feature artist wasn't doing their job. Coyle Ray was bad on Blick Blick. She wasn't doing that good. Um, um, Ice Spice, no, she's falling off soon. It's her fault. Uh, oh, it's never Nicki's fault for rapping that same old like she's fucking still 18. The bitch is nearly 40. Talking about my pussy's tight. Bitch, it's not. It's fucking not. Stop lying to me and your fucking self. Exactly. Sound like fucking Dr. Neo damn Cortex. You need to cut it the fuck out. Sound like damn Taz. You need to get the fuck. You need to stop dreaming. You're about to be 40 years old talking about I'm still the cutest. Let me tell you something. Nicki, you took this whole style from Lil Kim, saying that you were the next bitch coming up. Everyone thought you were crazy. It turns out you are a fucking legend. Unmistakably a legend. You had it pretty easy, but you're a legend nonetheless. It was too late to deny you. You had no real competition up from 2009 to 2015. Biggest competition you had was Iggy Azalea. And it don't take a rocket scientist to tell you Iggy Azalea ain't doing too swell today. You can go see her fucking bare nipples for the low price of fucking $9.99 right now. But I'll tell you what else. When Cardi B showed up, this is why you really hate her. When Cardi B showed up, it showed the world there was more options. I'll forever respect Cardi B for this. She showed the world. She showed a whole bunch of women. You can be the other option. You don't have to be scared of being a good female rapper while Nicki Minaj is also rapping. Cardi B opened the fucking door for a lot of women. And because of her, we got Megan Thee Stallions. We had Sweetie for a second. We had the City Girls for a second. Not to say some of them are good artists. Admittedly, Megan Thee Stallion is a great artist in my opinion. The other ones questionable, but they got opportunities. Women were now letting themselves listen to something else other than Nicki Minaj. Your cokehead fucking fans were not enough to stop all of those women from blowing up.
They be starting to act like Nicki Minaj nowadays.
Yeah, that's true. That's
They
real.
want to be Cardi.
Motherfucker, you be seeing Nicki doing her fucking coked ass rants and shit. You think it's just her. Shit, that's her whole fucking fan base nowadays. Those motherfuckers are coke and shit.
And never bring up Nicki Minaj's husband because them fucking bitches,
Oh, they hate that. They hate
Oh,
that.
they'll act like that shit never happened. They'll act like Nicki Minaj never fucking paid off that girl to lie in court. They'll act like she didn't fucking sit up and say her cousin's balls was swelling up because of the fucking vaccine. All this crazy shit. It was all just
don't mention Nicki Minaj's brother.
never do that. Don't ever question that. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. I got 2 words for you crazy fucking bitches. It's 2 words you should have heard a long time ago. 2 words that your parents should have told you a long time ago. Give up. Stop. Get off of social media. No one cares. You make yourself a fucking heel every day. Every single day. I thought maybe I would never find someone as terrible as Nicki Minaj, and turns out you do have sons and daughters. They're all just as dumb as you, Nicki. They're all just as fucking stupid, if not fucking worse. Only difference is they're tricking themselves every day that you have something useful to say on Twitter and in your songs. When reality hits, they realize you've stopped having useful things to say. You're no longer impactful. And you're now riding the waves of every young artist coming in the fucking game. You tried to steal Lotto Shine. You tried to steal Coil Ray Shine. You tried to steal fucking Ice Spice's Shine. If I said that already. You tried. You rolled their waves. It's time to start riding their waves because there wasn't any waves to ride in 2009 to 2015. You were the wave. You wouldn't let anyone ride your wave. How many fucking female artists made songs with Nicki Minaj in that period of time? Name me those fucking women. But you can't. You barbs cannot do that. I can name on fucking one hand the amount of fucking women that was teamed up with Nicki Minaj in her prime. Now she's old, bitter, and useless. Now, now I'm building the next. Now I'm building the next class. Nicki, shut the fuck up. And your fans, do me a favor. I don't mind if Nicki Minaj makes more music. Y'all can go ahead and fucking cut your Wi-Fi off. I could say something a little worse, but you know, I'll leave that to y'all when somebody says Nicki Minaj is a bad artist. God knows y'all turn the filters off. But I'm gonna keep mine on because I have something to speak for. I don't need to get canceled because to tell y'all the obvious. So there's my top five.
Where's the key lock fan base?
The what?
I was fucking with you. I was saying, where's the Key Glock fan base?
I left off Eminem fans because you know they are crazy. I almost mentioned J. Cole fans and Kendrick fans. Um, y'all have
Eh,
become insufferable this year, but y'all aren't worse than
eh,
I was gonna bring up Drake
I
fans.
get why some people kind of get sick of Kendrick fans. I do get it with the whole like back and forth thing
yeah.
because some of them did get really annoying. I think it's just the Drake specifically. It's like this and a bit before the beef to me.
You know what?
They're also like Cardi's fans too when they theorize every single thing Kendrick does. Like they're like Cardi's fans in a sense as well.
You know I'm gonna do you some justice real quick, Trey. Let me talk about Drake fans real fast.
Please.
Let me talk about y'all. Let me kick this off with academics.
Oh my,
Uh
oh
oh.
my! Don't even get me started on that motherfucker.
Academics, you are a loser.
Fatademics, that's what I call them. Fatademics.
Academics, you are a loser. Stop worrying about Drake's cases and worry about your fucking rape case. Stop worrying about what the fuck Drake has got cooked up and wonder what the fuck your life has cooked up. Why is it academics checking out for Drake and not Drake checking out for academics? Dude had a whole stream, didn't say your name not one time. He didn't fucking mention you. You're a little bro. You're not even a little bro, nigga. You're the fucking neighbor. You're the neighbor whose door he never knocks on. Motherfucking neighbor he don't even know is on the same block. They didn't even know you moved in. That's what you are. All this free fucking propaganda and your fat fake Jamaican ass is just sitting there fucking riding on a dick that doesn't even know it's getting rolled on. Suck his fucking nuts too while you at
What
shit. Why not?
what top five you smoking on, Kendrick? Cause my top five is Drake, Drake,
Drake,
Drake,
Drake,
Drake.
Drake, Drake, Drake.
Yeah, it's Drake all right. 5 Drake dildos, bitch.
He be spending all the money on fucking. He be spending Walgreens on DoorDash type shit.
I still can't believe he did that. Like, what type of person orders or DoorDash Walgreens?
Fucking
Like,
Walgreens. The motherfucker doesn't even order food. He orders fucking Walgreens.
Next, I want to talk about Mal. Mal,
oh, OBO Mall? Yeah.
Mal, you're too old to be loud and wrong like that. Your co-hosts keep telling you you're wrong, and you just throw these fucking bitch fits like you're fucking Ice Cube or something. Nigga, you're not important. You're not. You're just as important as your damn tag team partner there. And both of y'all, you'll never have nothing useful to fucking say. You and Rory are fucking useless in this field, okay? Useless. I don't know what the girl's name is, but I would love to see her do her own fucking thing. She's the only one that's got something useful to say on that damn show. You both are useless. I actually like Rory. I do. But Mal,
He's cool.
you are you're the kid in class that repeated the popular kid's joke when he left the class to see if people would laugh at it again. You're the motherfucker that when it's recess, you go outside and you're the first one to pick up a ball to see if someone will come up to you and ask to play with them. And no one wants to, but you got the ball in your hand, so fuck it, why not, right? That's your podcast. You're with Rory, so shit, might as well listen to your stupid ass. You're a waste. And you sit there doing all this dick riding for Drake, and how many times has he mentioned you on a song? I listen to Drake. I listen to him more than a lot of fucking Drake fans do. Well, it's not to get too crazy here. It's not enough time in the fucking day for that. I wake up and brush my teeth. Thank you very much. Y'all listen to him all the time. I listen to him on occasion, maybe when I'm driving my damn car. Oh, I'm sorry. A car is something that you get in to drive to work. Oh, a job? Oh, that job is something that you go to make money. That thing that y'all like to say Drake has, but your fucking bank account says, well, Burger King assistant manager. That's okay. I'm not hating on your job, but your job's not Drake's job unless it's giving Drake a blow job. This is what y'all do best.
Have you ever done a drink and drive?
Next.
But you is like the best album ever.
Next, I want to talk about Azalea Bank.
Oh, she's still around?
Shit. Yeah, I'm sure she asked that same question too. Azalea.
Wow, I'm getting
I'm
really
gonna keep
old
this short
now.
and sweet because no
Wow.
one needs to fucking know you exist. Your bald headed, chicken faced ass don't need to chime in on every fucking thing. Listen, and listen clearly. You ever hear this shit? Hear me fucking clearly. The world will be a better fucking place without you. I say this because you're one of the most negative people on the planet. You have nothing positive to say. You never have. You never fucking have. Just get off of social media. I'm not even saying kill yourself. I'm saying get the fuck off of social media. I wish someone would just break in your house and just destroy that phone. Literally, that's the only purpose I want them to break in your house for. Just to literally get in there, smash your phone, and get out. They don't even have to touch you, look at you. I mean, why would they? But fucking, yeah, just break the damn phone. Take your wallet too while they're at it, so you don't have can afford another fucking phone. I'm sure that's not possible because no one buys your fucking music or listens to it. But yeah, iPhone 16 ain't fucking cheap. So I'll go ahead and get you a new little. I'm saying the XR is pretty cheap. Um, yeah. Uh, Stop speaking on Kendrick. I'm not a Kendrick dick sucker or a stan by any means. I'm a regular fan. But you know why you only have negative things to say about that man. You know why. You know why. You've been team light skinned for the longest. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The skin bleach you use doesn't fucking actually work. Shit don't want to touch you just like men don't. Now, I want to mention the Drake stands finally. I just had to take out his fucking lieutenants first. You people are the fucking worst. Absolute fucking idiots. You wake up, skip brushing your teeth, skip washing your hands, skip taking shits and pisses, skip all that. You skip breakfast. You walk around with a fucking junk mouth. Thank God you getting on phones, because shit, being in front of y'all must be like fucking damn holes when you're in a damn brothel. Scared to damn death. Just the fucking worst. You get on social media every fucking day and you say these dumb ass things every day. Y'all find reasons for Kendrick fans to fucking find y'all. I see the tweets. Y'all initiate it. Y'all talk shit first. Now, I ain't gonna sit here and say Kendrick fans don't also start shit. They do too. They do. But make this very fucking known. Y'all are the main ones starting shit. Oh, let's see Kendrick do this. Like Kendrick wakes up every day to prove y'all wrong. He's been doing it. The fucking bank account reflects it. Him fucking going to the Super Bowl reflects it. He's got a Pulitzer Award in his damn house that reflects that.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a female in his house. Oh, a female that you can touch that actually likes me back? Whoa. Foreign concept to a lot of you fucking nerds. Silly motherfuckers. Shit, ain't nothing wrong with being a virgin. As long as you know why that's happening. You know, a lot of you Drake fans don't know. Oh, she won't touch me because, maybe because you have a Drake tattoo on your fucking inner thigh. What do you think of that bitch?
But bitch, I got the six god tatted on me. Why would you not want my willy?
Oh, Lord.
Because it's under 6 inches. But ain't nothing wrong with an under 6 inch thing, man. That was a little over the top. gotta fix that one. But listen, you Drake fans take shit too far. You get on online every day. You got Drake in your fucking profile picture. You got the six in your profile name. You got the OVO in your profile name. Something having to do with Drake every day. I have a question for all stands. What drives you people to wake up and dedicate your likeness to an artist? What does it? Seriously. I didn't think of my name because of an artist. This was organic thinking through life experiences. When you go outside and touch goddamn grass and actually touch women and fucking breathe air. That's what happens. Your name came from another man thinking of that name. Which, by the way, he's a damn very fucking evident devil worshiper. Because that 666 shit is fucking. I don't know how y'all just let that shit slip. He's so Illuminati, he's not even trying to fucking hide it. But that's conspiracy theory shit. Swallow this pill. This is the last thing I'm gonna say to y'all. Swallow this pill. Drake is not better than Kendrick. Period.
Thank you. Yes, that's true.
I mean, I kind of understand if some people prefer Drake's music over Kendrick's to a certain extent, like, but overall, no, I don't think he's better.
Now we're not sitting here.
I love.
We're not sitting here saying that that Drake makes bad music. No one can even argue.
I know.
Yeah, no, he's one of the greatest rappers of all time. This is nothing. No one should be
Of
saying this.
course.
If you're saying he only makes bad music, you're a hater. That's it. Drake makes good music. It's y'all that pretends that he can't be fucked with. I don't give a fuck how many fucking number ones he has. I don't care how many hits he's ever had. Tell me this year what Kendrick or what Drake did better than Kendrick this year. Kendrick made a fucking
Well,
he made a diss track number one, teased another song within that diss. That song became number one, and now he's gonna take both two of those number ones and sing them at the Super Bowl. Can your goat do that?
one Delilah, one Delilah.
Yeah. One did one go on Delilah, the other one did fucking the correct Heart Part 6.
Oh yeah, no, the Drake Hard Part 6 was way better.
Yeah. It should fucking hurt your teeth to let that escape your mouth.
I couldn't even say that shit seriously.
But shit, my toxic hour aside, I got another question for y'all. That is just it's something it's something that has a tricky answer. It's a game actually. I want y'all to
All
say
right.
I want y'all both, and I'm gonna start with you, Trey. I want y'all
All
both to
right.
say your 5 favorite rappers. We'll start with Trey.
Hmm. My favorite rappers at the moment, all time. Where we're basing this off of?
Um, let's go off all time.
Interesting. Okay. Uh, it's difficult, but top five first, I'm gonna have to say MF Doom. That's gonna be the fifth placement. I feel like as far as legends go, MF Doom is honestly underrated if we're being honest. People talk about Doom, but not talk about Doom at the same time. He's like an underground legend, but still an overall legend. Because people know who MF Doom is. They just never really got a chance to listen to him. But I think the stuff he did with Madlib and his own materials definitely shows as to why he was a really great talent. R.I.P. MF Doom once again. Um, Throw Kendrick Lamar in there also.
Oh,
As a fourth placement.
before you finish, and I should have said this in the beginning. I want to
Yes, sir.
say rest in fucking peace to OJ Mako. Um,
Mm.
Oh,
yeah,
oh my
he passed
God. Or
away yesterday.
R.I.P.
Yeah, it was absolutely fucking
Yeah,
sickening to see that. Uh, he
yeah,
basically essentially took his own life. He tried to kill himself, and it didn't work initially, but eventually, it did wind up,
got
he
it.
wind up succeeding in that endeavor. I want to take this time real fast to tell y'all, what I'm saying, if there's anything y'all got to get off your chest at any point, y'all have to reach out to people, man. I've been down those dark
Of
roads
course.
before where I've contemplated doing that. That's not the answer. It's never the answer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Reach out to your parents if they'll listen. If they won't listen, reach out to friends if they won't listen. Find that content creator that you really like. If they won't listen, look in the mirror and you have to talk to yourself. You gotta figure something out. But everybody on this earth is very much worth being on this earth. Never, ever, ever
definitely.
define your worth through money. Don't define your worth through if girls will talk to you. Don't define your worth through a monetary status in general. None of that matters. At the end of the day, everyone should be blessed by just being alive. All of our ages
Of
are
course.
very important. I'm 28. I didn't actually think I'd make it to this age, but here I am. I'm almost at unk status, or maybe I'm there now. But everybody is worth something. Everybody is important. We all have a role on this earth. Don't ever think of taking your life. You mean more than you'll ever know. All of us do. So once again, rest in peace to OJ Mako. And anyone dealing with anything,
Crazy.
reach out. Don't feel bad about reaching out. Continue,
Of
Trace. Sorry
course.
about that.
Mm.
No, it's yes, but definitely add on what you said. R.I.P. to OG Mako. Is definitely is very unfortunate that it's crazy to see that we talk about how rappers dying from overdose, you know, getting shot, gang violence, all of that, but people don't mainly talk about rappers dying from suicide, and it's sad. It's very sad. We pay more attention. I'm not trying to compare. I'm not trying to compare death or anything like that because it's still bad at the end of the day. But what happened?
Mm.
Oh, sorry. Um, I'm not like I was saying. I'm not trying to compare death because it's still horrible. But seeing that there are more people and rappers that are just dying from suicide is very sad. I feel like they gotta bottle up whatever they have on their mind, and try not to be a burden to others. But like, I definitely talk to someone. It could be a counselor, it could be a family member, it can be whatever it is. Like me earlier this year, I'm gonna get a little bit personal, but earlier this year after like I broke up with my ex, like I went to counseling. Like she's been telling me to go get counseling at my campus, and I kept I kept it all bottled in. I was like, I don't think I need counseling. I don't need it. But when I broke up with her, I was like, let me take the counseling, and it definitely makes you better because like you tell that person what you're feeling inside, and what you're trying to do, and what improvements that you're trying to become a better person. But I'm taking too long. But my overall point is that, like what Culture said, please talk to someone. Is killing yourself, committing suicide, it is not worth it. It is not worth it. The things that you're going through is just the obstacles in your life. It won't it won't resemble the next chapter of your life. In every chapter, I think of life as a book. Not every chapter is going to be negative. There's going to be chapters where it's going to have some negative points and it's going to have some obstacles. But if you wait long enough, have the patience and have the time to finally see the positives in the other chapters, it will all be worth it. So please talk to someone. Sorry, I got a little bit preachy here,
You good? You
but
good? We all have bad days. Just that's what Trey is trying to say. We all have bad days. We all have
exactly.
bad moments. No one is 100% happy. Nobody is 100% miserable. It's going to be a mix. We all suffer eventually in life, and we all triumph eventually in life. But remember, when
Exactly.
you're having that good streak, you're gonna come back down to earth at some point. And when you're down,
Yep.
eventually you're gonna wind up smiling again. You gotta
Yeah.
take learning experiences from losses. You gotta cherish the smiles. That's all we can do. This is life. We all share it.
Of course. But back to this top five in no order. um. So I said MF Doom, and I went to Kendrick. Kendrick automatic lock for top five. Classic status, classic albums. You know, got the discography to back it up. Got checked almost every attribute actually. Drake, he's also in my top five. Grew up with Drake, and I still think Drake got it in him to make another good album. It's just uh, he just don't want to. He really just doesn't want to. But yeah, always have to throw Drake up in there. He's one of those people that act that people kind of like to say he's a culture vulture. I call it versatility, but that's another topic. Um, Dang, it's very hard because it's a lot of people honestly in my like all time. It's very difficult. It's a lot of thinking because it's those three and like the others. I'll throw Wayne. I'll throw Wayne in there. I'll throw Lil Wayne. He has mixtape classics. He has the Carter series. He has the lyrics too. You know, you know. People people like to disrespect Lil Wayne, saying that he's not top 10 worthy, which I think is ridiculous. Like I think he really should be top 10 because even though people don't really talk about the album catalog that much apart from the Carter series, we're not going to disrespect that mixtape catalog. The mixtape catalog is crazy. We're not. We're not gonna disrespect that. And fifth placement, I'm gonna go with Big on this. I'm gonna go with Biggie. You know, basic pick, but it's still up there for me. Biggie was one of the very few rappers that I got into when I started listening to like rap music more, and he's still up there for me. Ready to Die is still one of my favorite albums of all time, and you know, yeah, that's my top five in no order.
And now,
Yeah.
Rob, tell us
I'm
your
gonna go
top
through
five.
mine. All right, I'm gonna go through mine pretty quickly. And I mean, it's also in no particular order. I kind of was thinking about it while Trey was saying his. I'm gonna say, I am gonna say Kanye because, like, I mean, I don't really like the Vultures albums, but like, besides that, like, I don't know, I find so much of it, like, I love like almost all of his albums besides those ones. Like the discography up until that point was just so fucking consistent and like a lot of it's one of the most interesting and fascinating discographies, and I just like love like pretty much all those albums. Kendrick, it's fucking Kendrick. Like, you know, it's he's a quality over quantity artist. Like, is it some of the most like iconic hip hop music period at this point? Um, I'm gonna say Future. Uh,
He's up there
I,
for me too.
I was gonna like yeah, Future's music is so fucking like hypnotizing to me. Like it's not just bangers, it's also so druggy and it's so like the beats are usually very good. It's just so like like arguably the best trap artist, period, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Um okay, that's three. I don't give a fuck how white this sounds. I feel like a part of me has to put Eminem in there, even though if a part of me doesn't really want to, because he was really like one of the artists that got me into hip hop in general. So I feel like I feel like a part of me feels like I kind of have to, even if I don't need his music as much as I kind of used to. It's one of those things. It's kind of like without a certain artist, you wouldn't be able to find all these other artists type shit. Essentially, I feel like part of me, even if part of me wants to like, oh, I want to move on from that period. I feel like I kind of, I feel like I'll be kind of lying to myself. Uh, and number five, um, the, I feel like if I listened to Keith more, he could potentially be there. Uh, hmm. I'm there's two that I'm debating on. It's either between Denzel Curry or Logic,
Mm.
because like Curry is very consistent. He doesn't have like the most like iconic albums, but he's very good and has a lot of consistency. I'm fucking. I'm putting my Logic bias. It's not just DMV bias. I don't. He has some whack shit. Like I do. Fuck. I just didn't. I realized I didn't think about Lil Wayne. Fuck. I didn't even think about Wayne. Shit. Uh, I'll put Wayne there. I feel like Logic is an honorable mention because like bias, even though he has some like whack shit, like he has made so many like nostalgic music to me. It's kind of a bias, but I don't know. I fuck with Logic a lot.
Not no logic.
Okay, okay. Now, Trey, what is your full top five again?
Okay, full top five. I said MF Doom, Kendrick, Wayne, Biggie, and Drake.
And Robin, what is your top five?
Kendrick, Kanye, Future, Wayne.
Now, out of Trey, out of your top five, which one of those rappers can rap survive without?
Huh. That's a really good question. Is Doom, Drake, Wayne, Big.
And Rob, you can help him out because
Uh,
listen,
oh,
that shit's tough. What was your
Wait, hold on.
top
Wait, what
five
was the
again?
question?
The question is, out of Trey's top five, which one of them Or which one of them can rap survive without? Let's say your top five again, Trey. So we got refreshed here.
Yes. It's Doom, Kendrick, Wayne, Drake, Big.
Like you can survive without one of these artists.
That
Yes.
rap, the genre of rap can survive without. Like, does like
Oh.
removing these artists from history doesn't change it, or it doesn't change it that much.
Uh, honestly, I got the answer for this, and it hurts for me to say, but I'm gonna have to say MF Doom. And the only reason why I say Doom is simply because his influence is not as big as the other rappers I have. Like, I'm sorry. Like if I ever hear someone say that MF Doom has more influence than Wayne, you're smoking crack. I'm sorry, that's impossible. Like, and since I said earlier that he's an underground legend too, at that, it just makes his influence much more less compared to the other ones on my list. So definitely Doom.
Mm, that might be slightly controversial. Do you agree with that one, Rob?
I don't think it's a terrible thing because you also got to think about influence and like impact and shit. Because like all of them has definitely have had impact. Though MF Doom, I feel like had more impact on the underground scene. But like
Yes.
it feels wrong because like MF Doom is important. But I get it. I get the take.
I mean, like he is important, but like Drake, arguably, no, not arguably, he is the biggest rapper of this generation. Kendrick, his influence to bring more conscious rappers in this generation. Look at Big, one of the greatest rappers of all time, who died so young, sold many records. You
Ah,
know,
wait a minute.
like just
Wait a minute.
oh no, I got caught like.
Now, MF Doom has tons of influence. You could trace that back to Earl Sweatshirt, Tyler the Creator, and artists like him.
Mm, that's
Biggie
true. That's
Styles,
true. You do have a point.
you don't really hear people rapping like Biggie Styles. You just said for him, like what you just said for Drake, you said that he is the biggest artist of our generation. Kendrick has more, conscious rappers coming out, but for Biggie, you just said he died early.
That's true.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Yes, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. That's true.
So could you
That's true.
argue that MF Doom
I
was a little more important than Biggie Styles? Or Biggie Styles, he fucking fused with AJ Styles. Biggie
I mean,
Notorious B.I.G.
yeah, definitely. You could because Biggie died early. So like he didn't get to explore his full potential. So yeah, you could. Yeah, I would say yes, yes, and it makes me understand why people might choose Big as someone they can live without, simply because he wasn't here long enough to experience his full potential in the rap game. You know, but say the same thing about Tupac, then you'll almost get executed to death on social media. Like,
Man,
so
man, Key Glock better than both of them.
Shit,
yeah, I'm
fact.
not gonna argue there. But yeah, like definitely. So yeah, I'll agree with you there.
Okay. Well, I'll say my answer for both of y'all's list, but Robin, now I'll say your list again.
Kanye, Kendrick, Future, and Wayne.
Now, out of those five, who can rap survive without the most?
I feel like people underestimate not Drake, Future's importance. Because I feel like Future is actually more important than some people give him credit for,
That's true.
especially in the trap genre.
Yeah.
Ah,
Listen, I'll say this, and I'd argue that Future is actually a little more important than Drake, and here's why.
Mm.
they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it.
In the trap
I
genre,
want to hear this.
Future may be the greatest trap artist of all time. Maybe. In rap, Kendrick is possibly top 10. In Future's own subgenre, there's no one that can touch him. Even this year, he has one of the greatest albums out. Drake also dropped an album. It wasn't as good. No one liked 100 Gigs. When we're not talking about recent memory, here's another reason why I would say Future is a little more important than Drake. They need each other, but no one can outright say, not even Drake fans can outright say that Future or that Drake never needed Future. Every track they've made together has over 100 million plays on YouTube alone. 100 million ain't no small number.
At all.
Future, I believe, has been more important longer than Drake. Now, Drake blew up in
I agree.
2009. He blew up in 2009. Future blew up in 2013 or 12. Future's never had a cool off moment. He's been hot from the start. Drake had to get put on. It took him a while. But the second he did get on, he got on too. But Drake has hiccups in his discography. In the genre of trap, tell me who's more important than Future that isn't Jeezy or Gucci.
I don't think anyone. Some people like to.
Honestly,
There you go.
oh, sorry, Robin. No, I was just gonna say, honestly, the only person I can see almost is Young Thug, and even then, Young Thug is because honestly, people like to underestimate Young Thug's influence too. Young Thug has major influence. Like without Young Thug, there would be no Playboy Cardi, and without no Playboy Cardi, there will not be no underground rage rappers. It is what it is. So so if we thank Playboy Cardi for all these underground rage rappers, we have to thank Young Thug for that because Young Thug was the one who started it all from the weird voices, the baby voices, the high pitched vocals. Who started that in this generation? Thugger. But at the same time, Future's influence is just so much bigger that it's just like it just like blows Young Thug's influence out the water. It's like you can't even compare. You can't compare the two.
Now, Trey, take everything you're saying and realize basically what you're saying is with all that influence, Young Thug still is not better than Future. Future's still number one. Take all of what you just said with influence.
Yep,
And he's
that's
still
what I'm
not
saying.
Future. That's what I'm talking about. That's all I
Still
want to
not better.
say. Go ahead and debate, Rob. I'm just throwing that in.
I'm thinking like who are to survive. I feel like all the five that I mentioned are actually pretty fucking. Because like Kanye, like the thing about like certain people, like the thing like say what you want about Kanye, like his influence is so not like 808s and Heartbreak is so influential. Like Yeezus is influential. Like a lot of his albums are influential. Like in terms of long period of time. Kendrick is. I mean. I don't know how much he's really. And actually, that's not true. Kendrick's influenced a lot of people. Never mind. Future,
Honestly,
his, huh?
no, I was gonna say honestly, between those five, I might have to kick Kendrick out. I'm sorry, I might have to kick Kendrick out.
I'm thinking of like, I'm thinking of like Eminem and shit, cause like he doesn't have
Yeah,
those. I feel like people kind of. I'm not saying Eminem doesn't have any influence. Like that's not true, obviously. However, I think some people overestimate his influence just a little bit. Not like a lot, but like
Yeah.
a little bit. Look, like I'm saying, it's weird because like people say he's like the lyrical spiritual rapper, but that didn't even really start happening until like later in his career. And that kind of influenced a lot of these lyrical spiritual motherfuckers. And I fucking hate lyrical spiritual motherfuckers that don't be saying shit on some Luke Dawn shit. I fucking hate that shit.
Oh,
But,
gone. Yeah.
uh,
But
but like, and then Wayne, Wayne, his influence is nuts. So like, I think the least it's kind of a bit unfair, but I might have to say Kendrick. Now I'm debating which one would be like what rap could survive without. Because I feel like at this point in time, Kendrick is very important right now. Uh, Fuck, that's actually really tough.
I don't know. I might have to kick Kendrick out. I'm sorry. Yeah, I
It
have
feels
to.
weird to kick Kendrick out because I feel like I'm wrong, but I might have to say that, though I could be wrong.
If we're talking about it in general, I have to kick Kendrick out. Now, you might say Eminem, but I think Eminem should stay because I feel like that's eh, that's everyone's go-to if you want to get introduced to hip hop. What's the album I should listen to? Oh, you should listen to the Marshall Mathers LP or the Eminem show. Or what's a rapper I should get into? Oh, you should get into Eminem. I feel like Eminem is like everyone's go-to for their introduction of hip
See,
hop
rap
because
rap
like
is like a bone. The white's on the top.
but I can relate to that answer simply because that happened to me back in 2018. Besides The Weeknd, like the first person I listened to their entire discography was Eminem. Like that was the main person I experienced like their discography. I know what their albums was. The only thing I didn't know about was Infinite, but everything else I knew. So like that was like my big introduction to like listening to like hip hop and rap. I've been listening, but like broaden like my horizon, to see more of the goats pretty much. So like I don't know. I have to kick Kendrick out.
It's
It's
yeah, I might have to
difficult.
say Kendrick the more I think about it. Like it's a bit unfair and it almost feels wrong saying it, but I might have to say Kendrick.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rank the most important and the least important from both of y'all lists.
Mm.
Okay.
So, Rob, tell me your list again.
Kanye, Kendrick, M, Wayne, Future.
Your most important rapper is Kanye. I can't stand the guy,
Mm.
Mm,
but he is your most essential rapper. Without Kanye, you don't have Travis, you don't have Kid Cudi, you don't have Don Toliver, you don't have a lot of fucking rappers. He is the he's a genius. He is one of the first
definitely.
producer gone rapper artists to actually be a success at both, barring Dr. Dre, of course, because different time. But um,
Hmm.
he's extremely important. Your second most popular, or popular, your second most important artist. Hmm. I believe your second most important artist is Future. It is
Mm.
Future because he is the reason trap is as evident as it is today, is as popular as it is today. Look at the beats, listen to the beats he raps on. Now listen to every other trap beat. It's all Future coded. It's all Future coded. Now are rappers rapping like Future? He has a rhyme scheme that people follow, but all the same, his impact is shaky. But he's been more popular or just as popular. You think about this. Think about every year Future's been popular. Now think of a year that he hasn't been top 10. Your third most popular or most important artist. It's Eminem. Eminem, before Eminem, there was not too many white rappers. They were scared. And of course, you had Cypress Hill, but I mean, shit,
Mm,
they weren't real,
mm.
they were not really they they got tons of scrutiny, and I argue that no rapper has gotten more scrutiny than Eminem. Um, Despite it, he's managed to keep it going. And let's not forget, I don't want to sound like a stan, but he is the highest selling rapper of all time. As
That's
a matter,
true. I mean, it is true.
as a
Key
matter
Glock
of
gonna
fact,
pass him.
he is one of the first rappers to sell 1 million in his first week for an album.
Hmm.
He also went to the Super Bowl. Something Drake didn't do, but um,
Uh, Apparently Drake declined, but that's another story.
yeah, I suppose it's like getting asked to prom by someone that never liked you. Yeah, I wasn't gonna go anyways. Yeah, sure, buddy. Um, that's your third most popular, most important. Your fourth most important is Kendrick Lamar. I do not believe Kendrick is your.
Mm.
I do not believe Kendrick is your least important. Did you said Lil Wayne on your list, correct?
Yeah, yeah, Wayne.
Wayne is your least important rapper.
Mm.
Let me tell you why.
Wow.
Lil Wayne has birthed some styles. He has. Tell me right now who raps like Kendrick Lamar. One rapper.
Hmm.
Mm.
You
Uh,
can't. You cannot answer that.
Honestly, if
it's
I
not. I'm
had to,
do it. What? Who?
I, if I had to, and how the recent albums sound like, I'm gonna say Tyler. And he does also get influenced by Doom. But if you listen to Chromacopia, and if you listen to that new freestyle he dropped, yeah, he sound like that's Kendrick influence right there.
That's
If
the
we're
thing.
talking
I was
right
like,
now,
there's not many people sound like Kendrick.
Exactly
yeah,
my
there's not
point.
many people, but like,
Exactly
yeah.
my point. Here's the point that I was trying to make. Yes, Tyler does sound a little bit like that, but that's something recent. Tyler has sounded like Tyler for all of his career. But
Yeah, sure.
Kendrick, no one mimics Kendrick. Not that people haven't tried. You know why they can't? It doesn't match their flow. Kendrick is one of the only artists that has been able to tackle all the subjects that he does while being critically acclaimed while doing it. Not to mention, I don't want to have to keep forgetting people forgetting this. He's the only artist, the only rapper with a Pulitzer. He's the only one with that. That is so important. I can't state how important that shit is. Those awards are given to people who do things that change the damn world. Kendrick is the first and only fucking artist with that. Also, I said Lil Wayne was last for this reason and this reason only. He has very well he has birthed the Young Thug styles and the Lil Durk styles and shit of that nature. Well, not Lil Durk really, but he had some sons out here.
Hmm.
I agree.
But tell me right now, Lil Wayne's quality as of now. We're looking at all their whole careers. The reason why I'm able to say what I'm saying about Biggie is he got shut down in his prime, and so the rest
Hmm.
of his career is a mystery. Lil Wayne right now, true or false, is he as good as he was before?
I still think he's a really good rapper. However, I don't think I feel like after the Carter Five, I mean, the thing about Wayne is that like he could still drop great verses, but like I feel like after the Carter Five, his material specifically, like what was that one fucking album and like a couple years ago, the white cover
Funeral.
funeral, like yeah, it was fine, but like wasn't like crazy or anything. Don't even get me started on that. What was that last project that Wayne dropped, Trey?
Oh my God! Don't even get me started.
What was
That
The
one
fix
album,
before the
that
Carter
shit.
Six.
we don't talk about the fix before the Carter Six.
That was the worst 30 minutes of my life. That man
Especially
did not need to drop that.
especially the titty song.
Take what y'all are saying
Titty boy.
and realize this. Let me flip the question on you. Has Kendrick Lamar gotten better or worse?
Better.
Honestly, real shit. GNX I think is his most replayable album.
Kendrick Lamar is 30 plus. As a matter of fact, he's a year younger than Drake, if not the same fucking age. They're both born in 40. He hasn't lost a fucking step. He stepped away from the game for 7 years and came back taking the fuck over. He dropped an album. It was at #1 when he returned. He drops GNX. It is #1 with not a fucking competition in rap other than Tyler the Creator's Cornucopia. Now you honestly tell me, impact does mean a lot. But what makes a rapper important is that they can keep up. Lil Wayne is great. He's done great shit. He has great things. Carter 3, a lot of his albums critically acclaimed. Irrefutable rap classics. Kendrick may have dropped one questionable fucking project in his entire damn career. And it's probably untitled, unmastered. That's it. Damn is critically acclaimed. Good Kid, Mad City is critically acclaimed. Control or Section 80, critically acclaimed. All of his fucking albums since his blow up have been critically fucking acclaimed. He's gotten some type of a radio presence off all that shit. And Kendrick doesn't even try to do that shit. I mean, he did try with Humble, admittedly. But ever since then, people like to argue this. Okay.
I get what you're saying. He's one of those artists that like he can essentially like anytime he drops like a project, there's always something for in. Wayne, essentially, you're saying while Wayne has dropped great projects and he was probably like that at some point. It's something like I feel like people don't need Wayne as much anymore, but it's not really of like oh we hate Wayne. It's a thing of like I don't know if outgrew is the right word because that sounds a bit harsh, but more of the sense of like we got some other people, I guess.
Put it like this. You put Lil Wayne on a track right now, people will listen because he's a legend. Not because they expect the track to be good, but because it's a legend. I'll listen to anything with Wayne on it. Put Kendrick on a track with somebody else. I'll tell you what. Pick an artist. Say any artist right now.
Royal Flush.
Okay. If Lil Wayne makes a track with you, they're gonna listen because they're intrigued. A lot of people will be like, "Who's this Royal Flush character? Oh, he's rapping Lil Wayne. Let's see what that's all about." If Kendrick Lamar makes a song with you, they are listening to that song for Kendrick. They ain't worried about fucking. They're not curious. They no longer are curious. They're listening to see what the fuck Kendrick is talking about. With Lil Wayne, it's like, okay, oh yeah, Real Flush and Lil Wayne. Okay, hey. With Kendrick, it's who the fuck is this Royal Flush dude on Kendrick's song? What the fuck? They're gonna want you off that motherfucker. They're gonna be like, this dude's talking about this hibbity dibbity shit. Get him off Kendrick's track. That is the general consensus with Kendrick right now. When is Kendrick dropping? Do you know the craze when he dropped shit this year? Internet breaking. So yes, that's why I believe Kendrick is slightly. I'm not even saying enormously more important. I'm saying he's slightly more important than Lil Wayne at this current moment. Because at this, it doesn't help that he cried his ass off when he didn't get picked for the Super Bowl. He made himself look very replaceable then.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my 1 to 5 on your list. Now Trey, what's your list?
So mine was Doom, Kendrick, Wayne, sorry, Big, and Drake.
Oh, your most important artist. Damn. Wow, this is about to sound very controversial. Let's start with your least important. Your least
Okay.
important artist is Biggie.
Mm.
Biggie Smalls, much like XXXTentacion, much like Juice World, much like a lot of artists that had short primes. Simply put, his impact has a question mark above it. Everything about his career has a question mark. The only thing you can't question is if he was a good artist. What he made was great. We still listen to it today. Everyone does. I love Biggie Smalls. I'll never talk crazy about that man. He, but all the
Mm-hmm.
same, his influence ends there. Great music. No one ever tried to rap like Biggie. No one tried to move like Biggie. No one tried to talk like Biggie. No one tried to have the same attitude as Biggie. No one tried to fuck the same girls as Biggie. No, nobody did the same thing Biggie did. But here's the cool part. You couldn't. He had his own fucking swag. He had his own fucking aura. If I want to use the damn word y'all kids use.
Biggie has Riz.
Yeah, Biggie has fucking Riz.
Wow.
Your fourth most, I can't believe I said that shit. Your fourth most important,
Right.
your fourth most important artist is Drake. Drake was inspired by Wayne, and I have Wayne under Kendrick. So that tells you right there who number 3 is. That again tells you who number 2 is. So, do you know who your most important fucking artist is? Your most important artist is MF Doom.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
MF Doom has a style that is copied by nearly 40% of the underground. Do you know who Tech Nine's top influence is in rap? MF Doom.
Not at all. Wow.
Tyler's is MF Doom. Earl's is MF Doom. Mac Miller's was MF Doom. Hell, this is one that's about to shock the fuck out of you. Kanye's is MF fucking Doom.
Mm.
Mm.
Nearly everyone paid homage to that man in some way, shape, or form. But the craziest part
And your
was
favorite rapper's favorite rapper?
your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. And the craziest part is no one actually can master his style. MF Doom has one of the hardest rap styles to master. It's his own fucking style.
Mm-hmm.
When he raps off beat on his tracks, it's artistic. When Blueface does it, it's retardation.
Bro, bro, Blueface, man, they never play MF Doom in the clip. Not playing.
And trust me, listen. Here's the crazier part about what you were just about to say. The base, the roots of rap is linked within dancing. So when people
Mm-hmm.
say, "Oh, yeah, all this club music," no, club music, that's the basis of rap. People were dancing to this music, but the other basis of rap is gangster rap.
Yeah.
Gangster rap was not just I'm singing, you know what I'm saying? I smoke weed and nothing. Gangster rap was rappers taking a stand against the injustice given to them by law enforcement and the government back in the day. It was black people essentially saying enough is enough. We live in the hood, and we live in the hood because y'all put us there. Now, MF Doom, y'all might not fucking think it, but MF Doom is a mix of abstract rap and gangster rap. MF Doom all the time was talking about motherfuckers snitching and beating up motherfuckers talking crazy. But he was very creative too. He could talk about other shit. This is why he's the most important rapper on your list, Trey. He's the most versatile, on top of having a style that no one could replicate, beats that no one could rap on, and the amount of artists he's inspired is limitless. Not only do your favorite rappers look up to MF Doom, they can't fucking rap like him. And they don't want to, out of respect.
Mm.
And that's why he's your most important rapper.
It'd be really goofy if like some people like imagine some rappers be just also trying to rap like MF Doom. They would sound so fucking goofy.
Mm. Yeah. They don't have that touch like Doom does, and I don't think it'll be another one who have the
Don't
touch like.
really they don't have the delivery and they don't have that sound for it.
I mean,
I
they can't.
mean,
You look at the man's appearance. He walks around everywhere in that fucking mask like he's Rey Mysterio. It's 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 something a lot of rappers right now don't have the damn patience to do. The baby used to walk around everywhere wearing a big ass diaper. He stopped doing it once he got famous.
I keep forgetting that you fucking went around in public in a diaper.
Yeah, he stayed in character. His name was the baby for a fucking
Bro,
reason. He walked
that's the
around that big
motherfucking king of the streets is that motherfucker is the king of the streets wearing a diaper.
yeah, he walked around in that diaper. The second he got big, he stopped wearing a diaper because he wanted to be taken seriously. But he kept the baby name. I don't know what grown man wants to be called a baby. Little baby, the baby. The only one that should have took pride in that was Bad Baby, and fucking at least that was kind of accurate. She was fucking bad, not in that way. She just was a fucking villain. Yeah, shit. Damn, this is 2 hours 52 damn minutes. Well, shit, it is 2:50 right now. I'm sure these two gentlemen would like to go to fuck to bed soon. Um, you know what I'm saying? I'm not tired, but hey, listen, we've been talking for a minute. These guys, you hear, they have nothing but knowledge. I picked their
Sure.
brains. We talked about important shit. We talked about insightful shit. We talked about a lot of things that needed to be spoken about, especially about the mental health. Once again, I'm gonna urge
of
y'all
course,
to speak up when it's time to speak up. All right. Um,
of course.
You're
but before we say our goodbyes, is there any last words y'all want to say to TKG out there?
Yes, honestly, I'll go. I'll start first. But yes, like we were saying about mental health earlier, talk to someone. There's always one person out in the world that you can talk to. It might not be a person from your family. You might not have friends, but if you have the patience and the time to wait until something to wait, take that time and take that patience. Don't rush yourself. Don't always rush yourself, because we are in a world where we can't rush for anything. Time and patience is a virtue. I just want to tell to all my friends, my brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, whatever. Please don't 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 stress yourself out because of these obstacles in life. The obstacles are here for the moment. It will not stay forever. It's up to you to make sure those obstacles don't stay forever and you get over them, so you can finally see the light that you really want to see. I was about to say desperately. That's not what I'm about to say. But yeah, like if you have the time and the patience, everything will work out for you. You can't always rush greatness. You gotta let it marinate. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, the thing about like when it comes to like mental health and shit, when you get older, you end up realizing a lot of things about yourself without even realizing it. And once you kind of realize, it's better to kind of open and like say, 'cause I hate motherfuckers, these like super over the top masculine motherfuckers who like act like they have no fucking soft side, and they end up being like the biggest fucking bums because they never open to anyone, and they're probably mentally fucked up because of it. Literally, like you'd be so much better off like just like saying shit to people, even if like some of it seems a little odd, even though some of your choice of words can be a bit, oh, that's a bit interesting, or like I don't know if you would say this to like other people or some shit, but like you'd be much better off doing it because you feel so much less. You don't feel like your head's a fucking balloon that's about ready to pop because of it. You feel so much like you feel so much better about yourself that you're doing that. But yeah, that shit isn't very important. Also, shout out to my Washington Commanders, Jaden Daniels, fucking goat. Little
Man,
baby,
get
little
on.
man, little baby mid of shit. Man,
My Texans is gonna whoop your Commanders, bro. I swear.
y'all ain't going past the first round of the play. I mean, we might not do either, but nah, y'all are not gonna do shit in the playoffs. I'm gonna be real.
Okay.
Shit, Not
Keep
neither
saying that.
neither y'all fucking with my Lions.
What?
Not until we face them.
If we being real though, Bills. I think the Bills is gonna win it all. If we being honest.
All this talk just for the Chiefs to win it again.
Oh yeah, they got the
I
referee
hope they
pockets.
don't win it again.
The best player on the Chiefs has always been the referees. Trust and believe me. Patrick
The
Mahomes.
best player, the best player has always been Taylor Swift.
Shit.
Oh yeah, it's been Taylor Swift already. She been paying them. That's why the Chiefs been winning.
So story being, if a time where somebody pissed you off to a point where you felt like you wanted to fight, or where you actually got into a fight.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hurt. I already know. So who wants to go first?
You could go first. I mean, actually, I could go first because uh I don't have like I don't really fight people like that, but like there has been times where I I think I've told like Trey Jordan this and shit where like how one time I think it was like the last day of like seventh grade specifically. I forgot this motherfucker's name, but like this motherfucker just cannot just kept fucking with me and shit, and like it wasn't like I remember like especially when we were in like recess and shit, and all of a sudden bro was just like because especially in the grass area where there'd be like some mud and shit, and this motherfucker was just like tackling me and shit, and I was like, the fuck. Like this shit was like pissing me off and shit, and like I remember later that day we was like watching some movie and shit. I saw them; they was like talking shit to some of their friends, and I'm like, bro, what do you say fuck me for? Like the fuck did I do? I was like, I was so confused. Like, bro, get off my dick and shit. But luckily, like after that, I went to like one of my friends' house and we had like a nice pool party, so it was pretty lit from there. But in terms of like other people pissing me off, Oh my God. Ugh, fucking. I remember being around some older white people being racist and shit, and I'm just like, fucking hell, dude. Like, I don't want to be around y'all right now. Oh, I remember one. I think Trey knows exactly what I'm talking about. This is
Mm-hmm.
fucking. Huh?
Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about.
Is it? Do you think I'm talking about that one guy I know from work?
Yes.
It's the DC guy where it was like this is like one of the corniest shit. This motherfucker deadass says, "Man, Trump go free Diddy, bro."
What
That's
the
just
fuck?
a wild.
I was like,
I can't
Jesus,
believe that.
dude, I was cringing so fucking hard. Like, Jesus, bro, this man is like damn near 40 years old. Why are we talking about Trump going free Diddy? What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's just wild. It's wild.
And it's not absolutely crazy. That's something Trump would do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Uh, but but this story, man. Let me take it right on back to 8th grade,
Oh shit, that was like 2 days ago.
2018. Man, 2018. I was
You just
like,
gonna let that joke fly over your
wow. I'm just gonna ignore that.
head?
um, but, but yes, 8th grade, 2018. Um, so this was like the first year me being back in public school. I'm not gonna say why, family reasons, but so this is like my official first year back. So me being back in the public school, me being back in a public setting with, a lot of students and teachers and staff and stuff like that, you're bound to get shy. You're bound to stay to yourself. Me, I was that person who always had my headphones on, always listened to the music in the lunchroom, just mind my own business, get my work done, you know, not speak to anyone unless spoken to. So I remember that there's this kid named Devin. Fuck that guy.
His name is Devin. Ew.
Devin, bro.
Ugh.
Devin. So and there was another nigga that he used to hang out with named Ali. That shit. Of course he was African. But so
He could have been Muslim or some shit. What the fuck?
uh, that's funny. But yeah, Devin and Ali. So I remember I had like this girl, and she kept giving me flirty eyes. I was flirting with her too. Not really though. I was looking at her while she was looking at me technically. So technically I didn't flirt with her. She basically flirted with me more. But so we kept looking back at each other. You already know what these those class clowns are. Look, he wants to talk to you. He wants to say something to you. Oh, go ahead. They literally told me out loud in front of her. Oh, why are you scared to go say something? Go say something to her, bro. When I tell y'all that my patience was so amazing that I did not just get up and start beating their asses. Like I was mad because, like, first, why would you embarrass me in front of this girl, bro? Like, why? Like, it's the fact that you talked to me out loud while she was looking at me, and now I can't look at her because now I'm embarrassed. Like, what? And they kept on doing this, and like, it was around the times where I was trying to fit myself in, desperate. I was so desperate, alone, personal reasons. But I was just so desperate to try to fit in, and it didn't work. And instead of people laughing with me, I had Devin and other people laughing at me and looking at me weird. So it felt like I was outcasted in this sense. And Devin still kept making remarks. He still kept making remarks, trying to make fun of how I talk, what I say, what I do. I'm like, you could shut up. Shut up. Like, bro, no, bro, I'm not even talking about you. I don't be getting that, bro. Like, I have been nothing but cool with you. I've been leaning on your ass as far as I'm concerned. Like, bro, why you still doing this? So one day I was like, you know what? Nigga, I went up to him. I was like, hey, me and you finna scrap it out later. Me and you finna fucking fight later. That nigga made fun of me for that.
Is that how
Like, he
you?
lit.
Is that how you went up to him and announced it? It was like, hey, bro, we gonna have to scrap it out later outside 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Nah, cause I was done with the bullshit. He still kept talking shit too. Like, originally we were supposed to fight like a couple weeks ago. Like, I went outside the homeroom after lunch and wanted to like fight him. But nah, the teacher saw us and like broke that shit up way too early. So she was not having that. So that nigga still made fun of me. It still made fun of me for saying that I wanted to fight. I wanted to fight his ass. All that type of shit. That entire day was crazy too. So let me break it down. So we was originally supposed to fight at lunch. So we was all just chilling at lunch. I was chilling with my niggas. He was chilling with his niggas and his group. So we was all talking. We was like, how we gonna settle this? Y'all. And one of my niggas was like, you should fight. You should fight in the bathroom. It's right close to the cafeteria. We could just go to the bathroom. We could just get this shit over with. Me, I'm feeling nervous and shit. I'm like, God damn, bro. Like, are you sure? Like, mind you, I wanted to fight his ass, but I was so fucking nervous because I did not want to get caught. So I'm like, God damn, you sure we can do this? Like, damn, like, we don't have to. I can ignore his ass if I can. He's like, no, let's go fight him. Let's go fight him. So we all agreed on going to the bathroom so me and him can fight. So here's what happened. All of us swarmed because like back in middle school, like, you still have to sit by your you have to sit in those tables with your classmates, and your teacher assigned you a lunch table. That's how it was in my middle school. So I was sitting at two different tables. No. Me and Devin was sitting at two different tables. So both of our tables got up, swarmed up, and swarmed to the bathroom. So we immediately caused some red signs from the staff. I think it was one of the principals. We was going to get ready to fight. Someone was watching for the door. Someone was like, principal coming. There was a few acting like they were washing their hands, a few acting they was using the restroom. I was hiding behind the bathroom stall, acting like I was using the bathroom. Like, I had that shit planned out. We didn't get caught. So I'm like, damn, didn't fight him. So this was after math class. So you know how one of those people in your school big something up and cause an entire crowd to come through and just fuck everything up? Y'all know those people?
Dumbasses, yeah.
Yeah, dumbasses indeed. So there's this nigga named Amir. He was like, y'all should fight now. Y'all should fight after class.
My love.
He wasn't light skinned. But yeah, he was like, hey, y'all should fight after class. I'm like, nah, man, we couldn't even fight in the bathroom. I'm not even gonna try to do this shit. We're gonna have to do this another time. So I was basically got peer pressured into finding this man. So after math class, we swarmed out the class, and there's another girl that I was looking at, and I kind of liked it a little bit. There's this she was like Mexican, I think her name was Jennifer. And Amir told Jennifer was like, what's happening? What's happening? And Amir said it's been a fight that happened. She was like, between who? He pointed at me and Devin. And she swarmed over. So like everyone created this whole big circle. And first off, we wasn't even fighting, nigga. We was slap boxing. And I'm like, bro, like, see, This is how I knew I should have beat his ass and used my fucking fist. I don't know why I refused to do that. This nigga said slapbox. I should have used my fist. I was so pissed. I'm so pissed thinking about it now. I should have beat that nigga ass. But so we were slapboxing. This slapbox took 15, 20 seconds, and then everyone was like, principal, principal. Everyone started swarming away. Fortunately, I was the only one who got caught. Devin got caught later on. I took the 2-day suspension. He took 1-day suspension, which is stupid. Like, nigga, I'm taking
they
that.
Sold you.
I'm,
They sold
bro.
you. That's
Huh?
crazy.
They hold the fuck out of me,
Yeah,
bro. I
they
took the
hold the
2-day
hell out of you.
suspension.
You got 2 and he got 1 and
Man,
he started the shit. That's fucking crazy. What the fuck?
Man, no, the principal literally asked me, you want 1 day or 2 day? I'm like, is that even a question? Give me the 2-day suspension. Because it was like a Wednesday. It was like a Wednesday. And so like I'm suspended for Thursday and Friday. That's a free week. That's a free what? 4-day weekend? Shit.
Yeah,
I'm staying at
shit.
home.
I probably would have
I'm
did the
staying
same
at the
thing.
house. Man, you gotta be fucked up if you think I'm gonna be suspended for Thursday and then come back on a Friday. Like that sounds so stupid. So I don't know why that nigga did take the 2-day suspension. Apparently he wanted to go back and flex everyone, say, oh, I beat him, which he did not beat me. I beat him. Let's get that straight. Everyone was saying that. So literally they were saying that I won. So he got sacked for the rest of the day. I got sacked for the rest of the day. Me and my homeboy Henry, Mexican nigga Henry, we was cracking up in the sack room, just laughing about how crazy that day was, bro. I had to give a girl my jacket, silly. I was so dumb, bro. Like when you young, you be thinking you have some of the cleanest plans ever, but when you get older, it be some of the dumbest shit imaginable.
Yeah.
Bro, I literally took off my jacket and gave it to this girl that I used to talk to, and I'm like, "Can you hold this for me?" My dumbass thought that I wasn't gonna get caught because maybe they saw me earlier on in the school with a jacket, so they might not think it's me. Man, I got fucking caught.
Shit.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I was only 2 causing a stir.
So yeah, and fun fact, that was my first and only fight ever. That was my first and only fight. So you can basically say I'm undefeated. But like I said, that fight doesn't even count because it was a fucking slapbox. Funny enough, this nigga made videos on Instagram like later on in 2019 boxing other niggas with using boxing gloves. And I'm like, nigga, you could not do this in the school with me. You rather wanted to slapbox with me? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's how I knew that nigga was pussy for real. But
I ain't gonna lie,
anyway,
you need to find out where he worked and go for that round 2.
man, that nigga might be in Memphis for all I know. I don't know where.
Oh no,
I
you need to
wanted to
find out.
fight Ali.
You need to find out. You need
Nah,
him with that hit him with that culture classic and go ahead and drive to whatever state he in. Whoop his ass.
yeah, gotta hit him with the Culture Classic and with that Chris Breezy, bro.
You gotta hit him with that Ray.
You
You
gonna
gotta
beat
hit
his
him with that
mama?
Ray right.
Nah. Don't think. Nah, not like. You know what? Forget I even said that, bro.
Yeah,
Like now y'all don't know.
Chris Breezy only go one way because he ain't fought no dudes. Shit.
Damn. I mean, he did jump Frank Ocean was technically.
I suppose. Would you? So what you saying you gonna jump him?
Hey, I ain't got no niggas with me to jump him, so that can't
Oh
happen.
shit. You're gonna have to pull a culture or pull a the baby and find him, beat his ass, pull his pants down, and pour some apple juice on him.
You're gonna make him wear a diaper.
Man,
That
that's
too.
funny. I wanted to fight Ali too because the girl I end up crushing on, the one that they embarrassed me by, she was talking to that nigga like sometime later on. I was really pissed because like now I'm like, hold on. Not only you flirted with me and I flirted with you back, and this nigga just straight up embarrassed me in front of you. But You're dating the nigga too? Like, oh, in fact, she dated like two. She dated two niggas that I knew. So that in itself, that yeah, man, Robin already knows the story between me and Skyland. That's like 5 chapters. That's like an entire short book. Like I'm telling you, is so much.
I know.
I dealt with her since 2018, and I have not spoken to her since 2022. I don't know what the fuck she's up to. The only thing I know is that she's in Dallas. So uh, that's a long story in itself.
God damn. But shit, last thing I want to say, man, these two guys are great. I've known these two for years, and they are absolutely wonderful human beings, man. Just personally, I want to say I'm proud of both of y'all. Y'all have both grown up and changed and have turned into grown ass men. I met, like I said, I mean, y'all said it. I met y'all both when y'all were teenagers, on some non-Drake shit, and you know, y'all matured fast and y'all turned into men. I remember, you know what I'm saying, some conversations that were super emotional, some conversations that were, you know, frustrating, some conversations that were impactful. And you guys most definitely have a very important roles in this world. Y'all don't rush shit, okay? Y'all are doing the right things in life. Y'all do it your way, and if someone has a problem with that, then they can get the fuck out of the way. Um, very much been grateful to have y'all both as friends, subscribers, whatever the case may be. But most importantly, friends, you guys are great. Um, so, that being said, man, uh, yeah, that's almost
Thank you.
my final words on that. Um,
Much love.
Hot TLU.
but with that being said, man, these are my boys. Damn, man, this was a long ass episode. It's about to be what? Oh, goddamn. Shout out Stone Cold 3. Shout out Stone Cold Steve Austin is 316 right now, where we are.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
216 where Trey is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, this podcast, like I said, it is for the people because of the people. I got my ears to the streets. All we do is give the people a voice. That's what I'm all about over here. You heard my two boys, man. My two, you know what I'm saying? My homies. My motherfucking partners. I ain't trying to say, let's see, trying to think of some more synonyms for my friends. But shit, y'all get it. Okay? Y'all fucking
Yeah.
everyone we talk to on this podcast, they're gonna have something to say, and I'm gonna let them say it. But beyond any case, man, y'all know what it is. We talking to Rob, we talking to Trey. Shit, hit them up on Instagram. Uh, Rob specifically is a rapper, and Trey is gonna get into rapping. Beyond that, I believe Trey used to do, um, I believe album reviews or reviews in
Yes.
general.
Yes. Yes.
I think. And
Yeah.
on that case, or even
I,
then, just follow the man because the man, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a dope human being. Follow Rob for the same reason too. They both awesome people. Okay. Beyond any, man, y'all know what it is. We are unfiltered, uncut, unscripted, and more importantly, we are unbiased. But we'll check y'all out later. Peace.